Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish,
keep
guys.
all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Boy, sir, we're here, innit? Match review. Chelsea versus Liverpool. The game has finished 1-1. Big up everyone who's already in here. Make sure you smash the like button for us. Subscribe if you're new. And let's get into it. People. Matt, what are you saying? 1-1. Talk to me. Opening day of the season.
Kind of how I expected it to be. Fast start, Liverpool, we started well. Aggressive, set the tone, scored a goal. But then the deficiencies that we saw in pre-season became more apparent than ever. And in fact, there's a few alarming things, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But for me, obviously, we already know as a fan base, one of them is no DM, no natural DM. But big up McAllister, because I thought he played amazing in that role. He played the best he could have played in that role. However, no natural DM, you play that role a little bit differently because you can't pass the lanes, but McAllister done an amazing job. Not only that, our transitions were really bad as well in terms of how we transition from when we're in possession to out of possession. We have to work on that. And not only that, I think we have to be more clinical as well. When we get chances, we have to go back to the old school Liverpool. And even if we were to get a DM, and I think we will get one, don't know who it's going to be, but even if we get one, it's not going to solve all our issues. I've said this to you guys. Me and Cal were speaking about this before we went live as well. We both agree. It's not going to fix all our issues, but it will help. But I think it's a bit mad because it's a tough one to kind of gauge because we're not there yet. We know it's like we're undercooked in it. We're not there yet. We know where we are. We know where we want to be. But are we going to get there in time to make our season get to where we think it needs to be? And that's at least minimum top 4 and see if we can title challenge. But as things currently stand and how the squad is constructed, we can't do that. There's too many deficiencies that we need to iron out. And I think personnel as well, we need a couple more bodies in there as well still.
Cal?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything Matt said. I just find it frustrating that we do this. We leave ourselves in this situation time and time again. It's just highly frustrating. When are we going to learn from our mistakes? When are we actually going to start behaving properly? We should not be one game into the season still talking about the same deficiencies we had midway through last season. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I like the result on paper, very good result on paper, but when you look at the context around it, how we played, and like we didn't play well enough today. Like, I don't mind drawing at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea, but when you play like that, it doesn't feel good. It's frustrating. It's annoying because it's something that we have seen go on for such a long time. We were so easy to play through at times. We looked weak in certain areas. In some aspects, we looked really good. I think when we actually had the ball, we were passing it around quite well. But even that 34% possession. So what are we doing here? 34% possession over 90 minutes.
It's not great.
Is that for the entire game?
Yes, the entire game. We managed 24% possession in the second half.
Yeah.
But I meant to sit here and I meant to be smiley and jovial about it. Like, I'm sorry.
No, nobody should be.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you guys are, but I'm seeing people saying, "Oh, in the last year, Cal, liven up."
One thing I will say though, One thing I will say though, forget about possession for a second. Forget about little things like that. Are there people not going overboard with regards to a draw at Stamford Bridge, even if you're not happy with the performance, is a good result? So I don't think it's a need to be angry, frustrated, but I can see people are angry. I think anger is just way over the top. Your opening game of the season is away to one of the hardest teams in the league, at one of the hardest grounds to play at in the league. And I think what a lot of people are doing is they're remembering last season's Chelsea, and they're trying to make that be what their judgment is on why we should have just won this game. It's not last season's Chelsea. You already saw through pre-season and in this game today, Poch is a top manager, and he's starting to get the team to understand the way he wants to play. I cannot look at this game and then think Liverpool should just win it because we're Liverpool. Yeah, I want to win it. Of course I want to win it. But it's away at Stamford Bridge opening day of the season. Their fans are expecting just as much of a win as we are. And the expectancy should be more on them to win as the home team. So coming away with a draw, I mean, I don't understand the anger. That's what's confusing me. It's the anger.
Because this isn't an isolated incident. It's the fact that it's over the course of a sustained period, and the same things are happening over a sustained period. This is just the latest episode of a long series that's been going on. This is episode 24 of a season. And that's the frustrating, because it's not just this one-off game. If we had a few good games before this and this was the game, you get it. Last season we saw these deficiencies. Pre-season we saw these deficiencies, and we've seen it now in this game. It's not just one-offs. Like, how many times did we sit there during that watch long and say, we've seen this before? Drift, you sat there, we had a corner, and you said, guys, make sure we don't get counter-attacked here. And we almost conceded, bro. Like, Drift, how can we be sitting there? You are not God, bro. You can't see the future. But how is it you knew we were going to get counter-attacked from that corner, bro?
Yeah,
because it keeps on happening.
It does.
It keeps on happening.
It does keep on happening.
So it's not just this isolated incident. It's not just today. It's the fact that this has been happening for the best part of a calendar year now.
But we're a team. We are, even though what you're saying is right, we're a team with an entirely brand new midfield. We have to give time for these players to get used to playing together. It's going to be frustrating, but I think they did well together, considering it's the first competitive match that they've played together. It was a brand new midfield. No, but that is a massive factor probably in how we played today. Like, these things have to be taken into consideration. We can't just always go ham on the wrong end. Robbo was a massive problem, which we'll get into for player ratings. But I do think that when you're looking at the situation based on a brand new midfield, we don't have a DM still. These are things that are going to have to be ironed out over games.
They've got a lot of new players as well, though, Drift, no?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who they are, what they are. I don't even pay attention to Chelsea,
if I'm not mistaken, it's just the midfield that was new today. The back fours played with each other for a couple of years now, and Ali. The front three, they've been at the club for at least a year. So,
I mean, collectively, I think Ibu and Van Dijk were good today. I think there was a lot.
Again, I'm not even talking about the play. I'm talking about cohesion and all that. Chelsea should have been less cohesive than us, but they passed us off the park pretty much today. But they're virtually a brand new team, and again,
I don't actually know how many of those players.
Before anyone goes crazy, I rate how the midfield played today fully, and I'll go into that in player ratings. But the overall tactic of the team, we sat there and we said they don't know how to press, they don't know what they're doing. Like, something ain't right here.
But I can't believe
comments, I've not once mentioned the manager's name. So if you're swallowing already, it's like 7 o'clock in the evening. I mean, wait till watershed at least. That's all I'll say. Because I ain't once mentioned the manager. So,
I mean, Matt, where do you stand on the situation of the expectancy of the victory? As I was saying, like, are people being too quick to forget that we were just at Stamford Bridge to a top team?
I think what it is frustration, isn't it? Like, me personally, I knew the deficiencies that we saw in pre-season weren't going to go away by the time we played this game. in this game, in my brain, I was just like, just don't lose the game, innit? Obviously, you want to win the game, but just don't lose this game. First game of the season, there's a lot on the line. Do you know what I mean? It's not even just 3 points. It's about transfer battle. It's about the team we're playing. It's about everything, whatever you think in it. But it wasn't the best performance. We started well, but we kind of teetered out a bit. And I think that's the most frustrating thing because we started really well and we actually showed them what we're about. And I think that Liverpool that we saw for the first maybe 20 minutes, I think we'll probably see more of that as the season goes on. But it also depends as well, like how long is that going to take for that to happen? Because we got tired a lot quicker than them, in my opinion. Like Cal said, the deficiencies there that just they can't go away. We can't ignore. For example, Robbo's a bit of an issue at the moment. Let's just call it a buck because that's what it is. When we transition, he finds it hard. When Trent goes into midfield and then we kind of transition back, if we lose the ball, we're kind of at 6s and 7s because Ibra then goes fully to right back, Virgil's at centre back, and there's a massive hole. When we go to squeeze the pitch, we don't always press intelligently because it's okay. Szoboszlai starting the press, which I saw a few times, start the press, but who was following him? And then I saw McAllister. It's like there's a few things that you can see, like that you can tell it's a team. People aren't going to want to hear what I'm about to say, but you can tell we're a team in transition, and that's something that we wanted to avoid. But we are, even tactically, we're a team in transition. But this is a season where we can't. We don't want to hear. But we don't want to hear transition because last season we were so bad. All you want to hear is we fixed the majority of our problems and we look better. But really and truly, we look good for about 20, 25 minutes. And we went back to the old Liverpool. And that's a little bit of a worry because I feel like we should have solved some of those issues that we had. Like there was a quote that was going around. I wish I had it, but I lost it. But Trent was asked about playing in midfield, yeah, and he basically said, like, if I'm asked to play midfield, yeah, I would love to do that. But it's kind of up to management, I think he said, and it's like it's something that I learn on the job. That tells me he wants to play midfield. He don't want to do the inverted thing. It's a lot to ask from him as well. You have to understand, like, doing the inverted thing is a big role because you're asked to, in possession, make the game tick and, you know, go through you. But then when it breaks down, you've got to go back to what you was doing before. He might not want to do that anymore. He might just feel like, bruv, no disrespect to the players that I was playing with, but we got players that can keep the ball now. So let me just play midfield and play with them man there. Go get yourself a right back. These are questions that I think are being asked of Klopp. So it remains to be seen what we do. It's exciting, but also nervy for this season because in my opinion, bro, we're like that and I don't know which way we're gonna go in it. Like, it's hard to say, bro.
I hear you. I mean, if you take into consideration the fact that for the first half an hour I think we were the better team, the concern would be why we tired so quickly. Like when I'm looking at Gakpo, a few players who look really tired even by like half time, it's a bit of a worry in terms of the fitness. Maybe it will pick up as the season goes on when everybody gets used to it. I don't know what's going on there. That is a worry for me. But if I look at the first 30 minutes of the game, and then I look at the rest of the game, I think if we can just get the fitness into the players, so that first half an hour can become a lot more of the game, then it would be positive moving forward. In the first half an hour, I thought we were good. Obviously, you can't be good for just the first half an hour. You have to be good for the whole game. But there were still positives to take away from that. And as you were saying, Matt, about the press, for example, where like you'll see Szoboszlai go and then no one would follow him. That's not a Klopp issue or a tactic issue. That's the players. Why aren't you going? If you know that's what he's supposed to do, like, you know what I mean? All the manager can do on the sideline is tell the people, yo, why aren't you doing your job? But it's not for him. Like, they're already supposed to know this. Do you get what I mean? And that's what was so good about our team before, which maybe that is the problem. Maybe we brought in players that just aren't as intelligent in the way Gini and Hendo and Bobby and Mane. Remember, we're so used to a way of playing that we're expecting everybody to be that good. Maybe these players just aren't as good. We had pressing monsters in our team. with Genie and Hendo and Bobby and Mane.
Sorry
Anomalies.
to interrupt you, bro. Sorry to interrupt you. I've got some quotes from Alexander Arnold, which is what I wanted to read. Apologies, yeah. I just want to just read out his quotes. He goes, "It was a difficult game today. Stamford Bridge is probably you take a point to start the season and we go from there." He also says, "I can control the game more from the middle of the pitch." He also said, "It's definitely something that I'd be up for. That's starting in midfield, but it's not my decision." And he goes, "Our aim and ambition this season is to win the league. We're not shying away from that." Just give me some quotes from Alexander Arnold.
As we should.
Vice captain.
From what I saw today, I think if we've got a proper destroyer in our midfield and McAllister can move further up the field, I actually think you will see a lot more of what we're trying to do and what we are capable of. McAllister is one of the best pressers in our team. He won't be so far back. He'll be a bit further forward, so it will help with the press. His passing will be more intricate when he's a bit further up the field as well. The destroyer will be more defensively switched on. That can help out with some scenarios. One worry that I have in our team, and hopefully it changes, and maybe it's a bit unfair on him, and this is why Mane was such an anomaly. Diaz going forward is such a wonderful player. I feel like he leaves Robbo by himself a lot because he's not got that, like, let me get back and let me do the, like, tracking back kind of thing the way Mane used to. And Gakpo in the 8 doesn't worry me on the ball. Again, it's off the ball. Today, he wasn't filling in to help Robbo. And Sterling just kept being in that pocket of space in between that was leaving Robbo thinking, I got James, I got Sterling, what do I do? And Robbo was poor. I'm not making excuses for him, but Gakpo and Diaz did nothing to help Robbo defensively today. He was constantly 2-on-1 in that area. And if you take Gakpo out and you put McAllister in there, that doesn't happen. So straight away, there are things from today's game that won't happen if we have a proper midfield in there. If you put Kone or Lavia or Caicedo or any of the other players that hopefully we somehow manage to get over the line in that midfield and you take Gakpo out and he ain't in there anymore, Kone's helping defensively. Lavia's helping defensively. Caicedo's helping defensively. Gakpo defensively was terrible today. So was Diaz. So again, I'm not making excuses for Robbo. He was poor. But a lot of what made Chelsea dangerous was down their right, our left. And we've got to admit, nobody was helping him. That's something that Klopp's obviously got to look at and fix. But without the personnel, it can't be fixed. So do you get what I mean? McAllister or Kone, they're not letting that happen. Just Sterling just keeps running off the way Gakpo just kept letting Sterling just run off him. But it's because he's not naturally an 8. He's not defensive minded. That's not his that's not how his brain works. So I'm angry at what was happening, but I can understand it. And that's why I'm just trying to get you lot to see if you lot get where I'm coming from. Like, there are a lot of things that won't happen in the future as long as we fix the personnel issue and bring in 1 or 2 of those type of players that I just said. That's not happening. Sterling ain't running off of McAllister and Lavia the way he was today. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm 50-50 on whether I'm angry, annoyed, disappointed. I don't know.
I hear everything you just said, Drift. I do. But then if we know this going into the game, should we not have, and we saw what was happening and developing, why didn't we change anything?
I mean, there's not much you can do when your bench is Jones.
No, Drift. Stop. How many different scenarios and equations did we come up with during that stream when we were doing the watch long? How many different potential solutions did we come up with?
Within 10 minutes,
I'm not
what we said.
No, I'm not. Bro, how long was Robbo getting cooked for before he changed things?
Oh yeah, the Robbo situation. Yeah, he did spot Robbo.
An hour before the first sub, if I'm not mistaken, and then Robbo still played. So yeah, personnel 100% improves what's going to happen. Absolutely. But I'm sorry, how many times did we say Gakpo is not doing what he should be, or not what we need him to do? Because he's not the guy to do it. It's not unfair to put a left winger / striker in the left centre midfield and say, do what Genie Wijnaldum used to do. So you change tactics, you do something different.
Do you lot agree with me that in the last 20 minutes, Robbo was better than he was for the first 70 minutes? Because I think he was actually better in the last 20
Yeah, but he did it. That didn't take a lot, though.
Hold on, who came off for Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm saying.
I can't remember who
Reece
came
James.
off.
Reece James.
No, but I think Robbo was playing better before James came off.
Nah, when James went off, that's when Robbo.
I think when Gakpo left
right.
the midfield, Robbo started to play a bit better because he started to get a little bit more help.
I mean, that's
again,
another
I don't
thing.
think he was wicked by any stretch of imagination.
That's another thing I want to bring up actually as well, just quickly. Gakpo is a left winger by trade. So when he was a kid and was kicking ball and decided to pick up a football, he was a left winger. Then as he got older, kind of left wing, centre forward type of thing. Yeah. All right, cool. I understand he's got attributes that will make you think he can play midfield. I hear you, Klopp. But I think it was the wrong decision again. So although we played well, these are the things that kind of baffle me. And maybe what Klopp was saying, this is what he meant. You know, when he was saying that for the Chelsea game, we got to find solutions for this is one game. I don't like what he said, and I'm hoping this is a one-off. But do you remember when I kept on saying, I don't want to see Gakpo in midfield? Gakpo in midfield don't work for me. You want to know why? Defensively, it don't work, bro. You're an attacker by trade, and you're playing man in centre mid.
But here's the thing, Matt. As much as what you're saying is true.
Bro. Let me quickly. What I'm gonna say is this: Gakpo is a forward, not a midfielder. Yeah. If it means playing Gakpo as a false nine and sacrificing one of the attackers, you do so, and you might as well bring in a Curtis Jones. Because you see, especially, bro, it's not like we're playing at home to Luton. We're playing away at Stamford Bridge, and although everyone's getting gassed and like I was thinking all that attack, which I agree, bro. You know when you deep it, you're going away to Stamford Bridge, and you're playing your false nine as a centre mid. This ain't FIFA, bro. All jokes aside,
I hear you.
No. Because do you really think you're ever gonna see all jokes aside? You're gonna see Erling Haaland play centre mid for Man City. In fact, I won't even use Haaland. Julian Alvarez, because he's a bit more. You think you're gonna ever see Julian Alvarez play centre mid for Man City? I don't understand that.
I'll be honest, Matt. No, I'm not even trying to be silly here. Pep's probably the worst example to use. Bro.
No.
Pep probably would do a madness and play someone out of position.
I can guarantee you, you will never see Pep do a 4-3-3 with Julian Alvarez start in position CM. You won't see it.
No, but Julian Alvarez and Gakpo are different types of players, bro. So that's why.
Bro,
they're not even remotely similar.
Bro, I'm using a forward as an example because Haaland's a striker. I'm using a forward.
Who was Chelsea's DM today?
DM.
That's right. They didn't have one.
No, it was Enzo. As in like
no. Enzo played there, but he's not a DM. In the same way McAllister played there, and he's not a DM.
No, of course no. But
so my question is, why weren't we constantly on Chelsea's defense then?
No, but in the first half an hour, we were. You could actually tell that Enzo playing in the midfield was a problem.
On their defense, we were playing better than them. We weren't on their defense, constantly on their defense.
Well, maybe not constantly, but it was clearly obvious that their midfield couldn't handle ours in the first half an hour. Is the point I'm making? It's just we didn't make it count as much as we should have. We should have maybe gone 2 or 3 goals up. But I mean, here's the thing: it's very easy. It's very easy in hindsight, though, Matt, based on what you were saying, because I'm not even in disagreement with you that I don't really want to see Cody playing the 8. I agree with you, but hindsight's easy, bro. Everybody I spoke to prior, bar maybe 1 or 2. I think Cal might be the only person who I spoke to that was different. Even people in the comments, all that kind of stuff. Everyone said they preferred Gakpo playing over Jones today. Now the game's unfolded the way it did. Everybody wants to play the whole "I told you" or rare. That's hindsight, bro. Everybody I spoke to said, play Cody over Jones in the 8.
No, but
I don't think I said that.
Okay,
that's what I said. I think you're the only one I spoke to that didn't say play Cody over Jones in the 8. So it's very easy to sit here in hindsight and
that's not hindsight.
Why is Gakpo in the 8?
No,
everybody said.
Can I tell you why it's not?
Over Jones.
No, should I tell you why it's not hindsight? And I'm going to bat away a lot of
That's
people.
why it is.
No, but I'm going to bat away a lot of people in the chat, and they're not going to like what I'm about to say. Yeah, not even what I'm about to say, but hear this now. When me and Cal were going back and forward last season, and Cal kept on saying to me, Gakpo's going to play midfield, yeah? Cal kept on saying to me, Gakpo, I said, Cal, you better not be right. I don't want... People, go check the video. I kept on saying, I don't want to see Gakpo midfield. I said, it don't make sense for a left winger to play centre mid. So this ain't even hindsight, bro. Go check the tapes.
No, we're
Cal,
talking about this game. Man.
No,
forget about
Cal,
forever.
am I
Forget
lying?
about in
Cal,
the
when we were going back and forth, am I
Matt,
lying
no
when I
comment.
said this? Yeah,
No
I
comment.
said this ain't a hindsight thing. I kept on saying from day, I don't want to see Gakpo in midfield.
No,
Bruv,
but we're
I
talking
said
about
this.
today as a isolated game, Matt.
And I'm
we don't
saying
have
it
his
again
DM.
today. He shouldn't have been playing there, bro.
Well, look, I don't know whether you said
It don't
what
make
you said before
sense.
because you weren't part of the preview. But the point is, forget about in general, because I agree with you. I don't want to see Gakpo playing A either in general. But for today's game, when we didn't have a DM and we all knew McAllister would have to play DM or it'd be Jones, because that was the decision. Who would you prefer to be in your number 6 today? Jones or McAllister? It's the only option we had. I'm going McAllister all day long. And
I said McAllister, that's calm.
Right.
But then the other 2 8s, it was either Jones or Gakpo.
Boys, I'm not even doing a jokey, shameless thing. Have I ever said I want to see Gakpo in midfield?
No, you kept on saying you can see, but it's like people don't want to. You know when people are upset, they don't want to listen.
Don't need to go any further, Matt. That's all. I just need.
They don't want to listen, bro. They don't want to listen. I just literally just said a second ago, me and Cal we're going back and forth because Cal kept on saying, I reckon Klopp's going to use me in midfield.
But I said it on Turkish's channel.
You said it last year. Last season.
I got laughed at. Gakpo played in Madrid in the number 8. We've seen Gakpo virtually play in the 8 in pre-season.
You said you could see, and I was like, "Oh, bro, I hope you're wrong."
We've seen him play in pre-season. We've seen him play last season to the back end. Like,
people just want to make things up when they're annoyed, innit? That's what it is. That's what it is, bro.
But in terms of today, like I said, most people I spoke to, including myself, said I would rather Gakpo starts in the 8 over Jones today.
Why?
And it just because he's just a better player
in the midfield.
He's just a better, he's a better player.
In midfield?
No, he's just a better. I just wanted him on the field today
position,
because he's one of our best players.
But bro, that don't make no sense. Just because you're a better player, if you can't play better in the position, Jones is better in midfield.
No, but today was about playing your best players to try and win a game against one of the best teams. And I would have preferred Gakpo playing. Oh, and the funny thing is, Jones came on and didn't do anything. So it's almost like, well, even people who are saying Jones should, maybe if he started the game, it could have been different. But Jones was on the field for half an hour and didn't do anything. So, like, and he was just frustrating the hell out of us. At one point, me and Cal was shouting at him because he's trying to do little flicks and all this stuff. So, like, really and truthfully, it's not like Jones came on and was so good. It's like, you see, he should have been playing over Gakpo. So even though what I'm saying about Gakpo, about him not being able to help defensively is a fact, who's to say Jones would have been doing that either? Do you get what I mean? So it's like, it's just a weird scenario where we just shouldn't be here and we should just have other midfielders in it. That's what it is. And hopefully in the future, hopefully moving forward from this point on, we'll have a Kone or a Lavia or somebody else, and we won't be having this conversation about why is Gakpo in the 8 and all this crap. But at the end of the day, I did speak to a lot of people and they all said, nah, play Gakpo midfield over Jones today. And then it's ended up the way it has.
I'll just leave this comment on the screen.
All right, before we get into the player ratings, have any of you lot got the thing ready? So, because I'm just going to go through these.
We're not going to use it. I'm just going to write it down and then I'll...
Oh, okay. Harry was cussing man's loud on my TV. My missus shut me down. Chris says, Trent was Steve Austin today, stone cold. When not in midfield or inverted, looks ineffective. James showed us what we missing at right back. James was good, man. EMJ, Elliott and Jones gave us more energy and retention after our press collapsed. The severity of the collapse is a concern, though. A midfield like today would be good versus a low block. We need a 6 and a left-sided centre-back. I agree with that.
So Mitch in the comments as well. You should maybe change the M at the beginning of your name to a B because that's how you're acting at the moment. Go on, Drew.
H says, I'm drained already, not going to lie. We still need more change. No, I agree with that. Big up Dinesh. Been a minute since I think I've actually seen a message from Dinesh. Big up, 37 months a member. You're a G. Evening, gentlemen. Owners at the game. Klopp needs to talk. I've got a feeling that is why they're here. I actually think that, and again, people are just going to say, "Oh, it's because you want to defend Klopp or whatever." I think Klopp's lit a fire behind the scenes of how angry is the situation is, even what it is. I think this is even why we went for Caicedo, and I think it's probably why the owners are here. He's probably like, "Right, we have to talk." Like, what is going on? Like, I need you lot to let me know what I've got to work with here. Do you know what I mean? J-Dub don't come to games, especially not non-cup games. I think he only comes to cup games. I don't think I've ever seen him at a Premier League game. Can you lot remember the last time J-Dub was at a Premier League game?
West Ham away last season.
What was the circumstance? Remind me what this.
We have a London office, so he'll make trips now and again to our London office. The reason why he's in town is because he thought, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the Caicedo deal had been wrapped up. So I think he came to just kind of oversee the last remaining bits of it or whatever. But obviously that's not the case. So he's still here though.
Yeah, well, I have faith Lavia should get done though. But
while he's here, he needs to start throwing his wallet around. Teke, our recovery is slow and lazy from Trent and Robbo. I think Cal pointed that out during the game, actually. Eric, Chelsea's new signing is Anthony Taylor. Yeah, it's not even being salty. He was so bad today. It was unbelievable.
He was a brilliant deal for them at one point. He blocked off the Bosline and started an attack for Chelsea.
Big up, Shane. I don't know if you meant to put something in there, bro, but big up anyway. Josh, I feel like we're about 4 or 5 players short. Look like the same issues we had all of last year. Signings are needed and things need to change fast. H, we made Enzo look like Xavi for F's sake. Hard watch. Here's the thing though, H, and to anyone else who kind of agrees with H, I'm not saying that he should be bossing our midfield, but he's a quality player. Sometimes you do have to look at the opposition and go, you played well. It's so easy for us to always just go, we're crap. What did we do? Like Enzo had a good game. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good player. We can't just always act like he's not capable of doing what he did. Like Enzo was a good player. We wanted Enzo at Liverpool for what we watched him do today. Like, you know what I mean? You got to kind of hold the same energy. Jota and Gakpo really let us down today, surprisingly. I agree with that. I think Gakpo more because of where he was playing in the field. Jota, I was quite surprised. I was very surprised at Jota today. And Jota's been brilliant in pre-season, which was weird as well.
Today.
Teke, sorry, but Robbo can't play possession football. Not anymore. I agree with that now. I agree with that. Harry says, just put Trent in midfield and get a right back. That's what Cal's been saying for a while. Yeah. Genie Houdini, some of the goals people blame Trent for happens when he's overloaded with multiple players on the back post, but because it's Trent, he gets the blame. That's what I was saying for their actual goal. I don't think it was Trent's fault. I think he had a player behind him and he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. But yeah, we'll get onto player ratings when we talk about that. Monkey King, my takeaway, we need a left back that can play. We need a left centre back that can play at left back. This is what we talked about at half time during the game. Midfield needs more time to gel and we need an experienced DM. The future does look good though. I actually echo that. I think once people start gelling and understanding what's going on, you're going to see a dramatic improvement in tactics and stuff. But H, we'll never be consistent winners again with Klopp at the moment. Too much effort and intensity emphasized rather than technical ability and tactics. I hope I'm wrong. I disagree with that a bit, but I don't know. Matt Bicuzet, I say we go for Lavia and Laporte. Got to act now. There's no way they sell us Laporte, bro. No way.
We can't even go for Laporte. The injuries are a killer at the moment. Quality footballer, but the injuries are a killer.
Would you not have him in the squad if Man City said yes, though, Cal?
No.
Like, even with the injuries.
No, not with the injuries. Like we need someone who hasn't got that history of injuries.
Who, Laporte?
Yeah, Pep plays possession-based football. Pep rarely plays against a team and doesn't have the majority of the football. Laporte ain't doing this mad running around and like Canate.
Does he get injured? Does he get injured as much as like? Has anyone got?
No, I know what Cal means. Basically, we play differently from it. So basically,
like, if he's getting injured a lot in a Pep system.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Remember, you're asked to be more aggressive.
No, I agree. I do agree with that.
In terms of quality, it's a no-brainer. He's a phenomenal player, but in terms of just the actual ability to potentially, it's not worth it.
My curiosity's got me. Matt, do you mind just reading out the rest of the supers quickly, bro? My curiosity's got me. I'm gonna just actually see.
You want to see his injury record?
Yeah, because if it is bad, then like, yeah, effort. But if it's not, man, maybe we should just try a thing, bro.
Did you read out this one by JC?
No, I didn't, bro. I didn't.
Yo, Jonathan Henry, I better see that 111 million spent. Big up yourself, JC.
I'll be honest, we can't really get onto FSG about the deal right as of right now. We
No,
can't
not
even-
right. No, yeah.
They've actually bid a record fee. We're kind of just waiting to see what Brighton do. Like we've
Yeah.
done everything from our side as of right now. Like
No.
can't even moan at the owners right now. Like
I
no one
agree.
at Liverpool has done anything wrong. Schmack has done his job. The owners have done their job. Klopp's done his job.
Well,
Recruitment
not
team's done their
Smack
job.
You know, it's Billy Ho. Is it Billy Ho? Is it Billy
Well,
Hogan?
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I know what you mean by that.
No one
No-
at Liverpool.
But
has
no
fumbled
personnel
this
art
right now.
team. Yeah.
So we can't even do that. No
Yeah.
one has fumbled anything right now.
I agree. Dougie says, absolute crime if Simicast don't get a chance to take Robbo's spot. Elliot doesn't fit in the team. Should be more questions around Klopp. Big up, lads. That's from Dougie. Big up Ahmed. He says, we need now a right back, centre back, left back, CDM, and right wing if playing the same start. That's a lot of players, blood. Man said a right back, I hear you, because then Trent go into midfield. Centre back, I hear you. Left back, maybe not if you're going to get the right back. And CDM we definitely need. Right wing, yes, if we're Man City. In a sense of like, this is the first time I realised Pep is doing an absolute madness. I only deeped it yesterday when I realised they're centre-backs. Diaz, Laporte, Stones, Guavidal, Ake,
It's the best
And
collection
Liverpool.
of defenders I've ever seen.
ever. Six.
I'm not gonna lie, it's the best collection of defenders I've ever
Six.
seen.
How'd you get 6 centre-backs?
You forgot. No, not even just centre backs. Put the whole defense. You got to add Walker in there. Brilliant
No.
player.
I'm just doing centre-backs. Just
Like,
centre-backs.
Oh,
Just
I'm just saying their whole defense. It's like the best defense I've seen assembled. Their
Ever.
defense is
6
mad,
centre-backs assembled.
Yeah, they're looking to concede this season.
It's
They're not,
mad.
they're not looking to, they're not leaving anything by chance. Facts. Yeah, I read that one out already. So my computer's going a bit crazy. Big up yourself for the love for the super chat, bro. Big up Langil. Rain wanted the dub for my 35th birthday. Big up yourself, bro. Happy birthday, bro. But happy to see the boys back out there. It will get better. Happy to have these post-match shows back to You Never Walk Alone. Let me show man some love. Happy birthday on your birthday, brother. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself. 35th birthday. Big up Shaka says wife's love life is still being affected by LFC. Broski. don't let LFC define that, blood. Trust me, because this season no one can predict what's going on. Trust me, it might be a bit mad.
You gotta
still.
take it when you can get it this season.
Hey,
still.
trust me. LFC Tenerife.
You gotta take it when you can get it this season.
Oh, I was gonna say something, but
We don't sign a DM.
Be
Get you
careful,
slip
you
of
know.
it. You just better just be in there. Just take what you get, man.
Hey, Drift, remember thingy? Actually, no, because it's baiting it up. Remember, all I'm gonna say is I'll just say one word. If I say energy, you know what I'm talking about, innit?
Yeah. Bruv, it's mad. I'm telling you,
Mad
man.
thing.
Like, Cal's right.
LFC
Just get it where you. Just get it when you can, bro. Don't
go by this season. Don't
let Liverpool ruin it.
Yeah,
Don't
don't let
might-
LFC
don't-
season
might all be-
define you.
Yeah, they might all be quickies as well. Just
Just
take
don't let
what you get.
energy. And there's no way they're ruining it for me this season.
Trust
no
me.
way.
Get it while you can. That's all I'm saying. LFC Tenerife. Elliot showed why Klopp trusts leaving it there. Elliot showed why Klopp trusts him.
Oh, as in he thinks Elliot played well when he came on.
Yeah, no. To be fair,
did
Elliot
play
didn't
well.
do badly. Yeah,
No, he
didn't do
played
badly.
well.
Yeah.
He did play well.
I know there was a point where he was totally lost in the game. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, because I think as a whole, but you're right. You're both
He'd
right.
be better than Jones.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
He did, yeah.
Big up Jedi Activist. Big up, bro. Need small adjustments. I don't think we are far. I think we're
I agree,
further up.
Jay. I agree, Jay.
Far
I
from
think
I
what?
say
Far-
medium.
No, far from what? far from challenging for Champions League or far from challenging from the league?
Far from challenging for the
Yeah.
league. I think we're 75% of the way there, people. I
You're
do.
challenging for the league.
That's still
Yeah, I just think
25%.
there's some tweaks and some personnel. And obviously, if that personnel doesn't happen, then we're not. But if we get a proper DM, and we do get a centre back that can play left side, I think we can challenge. Honestly, because the tactics, they'll get used to it. There's a lot of people trying to get used
If we
to
get
things.
those two players, I agree. I think we challenge.
But here's the painful bit.
No, but that's the
If
problem.
a man said we're getting Caicedo and Inacio, I'll be on board.
No, but what I'm saying is, Matt, you've got
You get what I'm trying to
realize,
say?
even though it's difficult to get those two players in, if that's all you are away from challenging, you're not as far away as you think you are, though, right? Be honest, because that isn't.
Yeah,
that
in
much
that regard,
fixing.
but
Do you
the
get what I'm
quality of
saying?
player I mentioned is of a high caliber, though.
Yeah. So we've just got
Do
to
you know
make
what
sure,
I'm saying?
even if it's not Inacio and Caicedo, it's high caliber players for those same positions.
Yeah,
on the
all right.
pitch.
But if
Do you
in
get
that
what I'm
regard, then
saying?
you both are right. Then yeah, if you get the high caliber players in those positions, then you're right. Just also for we're at the next super chat. Big up everybody in the chat. 1,973 of you in
Yeah,
here.
big up everyone.
Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get that up to at least 1,000 likes, people. Come on. It's Team Kopish. You know what time it is? It's match reaction. This is what you want to see because we're real out here. There's no sugarcoating. We just say it how it is. This is why you love us, people. So big up to everybody in the chat right now. Love to you all. Big up Jade Activist once again. Ad says, a point in the first game away at Shed Bridge is decent. We all know what we need: a proper DM and a centre back. Cal, cheer up.
Ads, nothing. This is nothing against you. Sorry, what am I meant to be happy about right now? I'm not even trying to take the mic. Seriously, what am I meant to be happy about right now?
I don't think you should be happy, but I just don't think you should be angry. So if anyone who's angry,
Because
remember
I
I said
want my
at the beginning,
team to win.
I don't think anyone should be angry.
I'm sorry. Again, I want my team to win. Can I not be upset that my team hasn't won and that we had a bad performance?
No, but you see how you're reacting. That's probably why he's saying cheer up.
No, but it's annoying, bruv. Like,
it's annoying because we didn't win. I want to win.
It's annoying all over, bro.
No, but I guess if someone says to you to cheer up, it is kind of like.
No, but it's frustrating. No, but
you want to win, innit? Yeah.
Everyone want to win. I want to see my club win.
You're 100.
I keep on
I hear you, Cal.
No,
it's not the first bad performance, though. It's not the first bad performance.
No, but Cal, it is. All right, what we have to try our hardest to do, even though what you said about it.
Remember, you said it's one game.
Even
though I'm annoyed, though.
It seems like it's a continuation from last season, so I understand where you're coming from.
It is a continuation.
No, but Cal, what we have to do is we still have to live in the moment, and last season is last season now. Like, we have to just go on this game and then move forward. We can't do that. We just keep talking about last season.
And right now, the moment is drift. We are DM short, a right back short, and a centre back short. And there's only how many days left of the transfer window?
Oh, no, bro. We're talking about that kind of thing. You're fully all right. But let's just talk about the game because we're doing a reflection of the match. A draw at Stamford Bridge isn't a bad result.
Bruv, I keep on repeating. The result is not what I'm annoyed at. It's the performance. The performance is what's annoying me.
But shouldn't the result be more important than the performance? Because you can win an FA Cup with a terrible performance, Cal, but you win the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, should the result not be more important at this stage than the result? Than the performance, sorry.
Not all the time, no. Not as of right now, no.
In this scenario, Matt, what would you say?
When did I predict a loss? Drift, we did the match preview. Did I predict a loss?
I don't think
I said, my exact words are, if by some miracle we sign a DM, then I think we win the game 2-1. If we don't, then I'm going with a draw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw the
man. Like, what is going on with some of you lot? Like,
Matt, what do you think? What do you think in terms of like, with it being a draw today, and then like moving forward, are you more worried that it was a poor performance, or are you more looking at, well, at least we've got a good result? What's your take on?
I'm looking at the result. I'm not the performance. I know Liverpool will perform better. It's the first game of the season. I'm not, but it's so crazy because I'm annoyed we didn't win. Obviously, I want to win the freaking game, especially for what it represented as well with everything that's going on. However, I'm also going to think of it. Cal, you said it best, bro. You said it best even to me at the start of the game. I don't know if you was there, Jeff. Cal said to me, I don't know if it was even if we were live yet, but it was like, bro, like, just remember, it's isolation. This is the first game of the season. Let's see what we can do, kind of thing. Like, because remember, this ain't gonna define us. Even though we were poor today, and we were poor because we only played well for like 30 minutes out of a 90-minute game, this shouldn't define us because a lot will change. A lot will change.
I'm telling you now, a
We're
lot of the
very
other
good.
big boys.
Yeah, we're either going to really, really improve, or we're really going to get worse. But we're not going to stay the same. That's factual.
There's other big boys that are going to go Stamford Bridge and drop points this season.
Of course.
So I don't think that was I thought we're going to lose. Maybe that's why I'm a bit more chirpy than Cal, because I thought we're going to lose the game. So maybe a draw does feel good to me because I thought we were going to lose the game.
So
maybe that's why I'm feeling a bit more enthusiastic than Cal.
Yeah.
The performance wasn't good. I get that. But for opening day of the season, I'm just looking at the result. Like, for example, everybody thought that Villa were going to have a good season this year. Yesterday was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen from them. Is that Villa just done now then? Do you get, like, they got battered yesterday. I saw Gary Neville put Villa in his top 5 when they did the predictions. Villa
That's
got
what I mean.
battered yesterday.
Because again, it's not even about...
I'm not sitting there saying that we're going to have bad performances every week. I'm sitting there saying after a year of effectively bad performances and bad results, we are in a new season, still haven't addressed some of the glaring issues that we had from 2 years ago, and we're still here now. And we've just turned in a performance like that against a Chelsea team by name that's a very good team. But as of right now, is a team that hasn't even gelled yet, haven't even got some of their best players yet, haven't even have got injuries throughout their squad. So if I'm sitting here and I'm
coming off a brilliant pre-season, though, you know, Cal, where they have looked together and stuff. I think Poch has been doing really well with them.
How many times have you said pre-season don't matter? It's all about fitness.
Guys, let's get.
They still played really well, as in, like, you could see they're understanding what he wants, though. The relationships. Remember, I said it's about relationships and about fitness. You could tell in pre-season that he's getting his ideas across because they did look like they knew what he wants. So, like, I kind of knew they would play well today. Do you get what I mean? Like, I knew they'd play better than us anyway. So,
guys, let's get for the Super. And then we'll chop it up as well a bit more, even whether it's today or even Monday as well, tomorrow. Sweet Boy says we couldn't control the game in midfield. We were sloppy. Matt 10 and Trent lost possession many times. Jota is better as a substitute. Nunes should start. Do you guys agree with any of that stuff? Do you guys agree?
I think Jota's a better substitute than Nunes is. I've always said that.
What about you, Carl?
I don't personally think so. No. I mean, if everyone's saying no, do you know? I don't agree. No.
Fair play. I don't agree with that. I think Jota just had a bad game personally, but that's what I think. Right. Star Daisy, love Vividi's energy today. Hopefully, it's the return. We all kind of said that. I think Cal, Drift, you both said about that Virgil. The way how Virgil played today was reminiscent of old Virgil. There was none of this lackadaisical stuff. Maybe he had 1 or 2 moments in the game. He's only natural, but in my opinion, I think Virgil really, said to the team that I'm leading by example. I thought him and Konate were very good. I think he was probably better than Konate.
Virgil was probably our best player, arguably, today.
I thought Virgil played very well today, personally.
Yeah. Second best player.
Fair play.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Shane, he says, should we not be happy that we didn't get wiped?
No, because we're Liverpool.
No, because we're not.
Who are we? Who do we support? Who do we support?
I don't know if that's. I don't know whether is that a rule. I don't know. I don't want to be bad man.
Because I don't know if we support Liverpool as a fan base.
I feel like that might be a troll comment still. I don't know why, but I don't know. Shakar says, I'm trying. Man said, I'm trying for a child. And AFC just killed me, man.
Rebuild season, Shakur.
Bro, you picked the wrong season. You should, no disrespect, fam. You should have done that in 1920, fam. When everything
you
was
might want to go back and just watch some highlights.
But just make sure you got the TiVo box. You recorded all the games from 1920, blood.
Yeah, bro.
This season gonna be a roller coaster, bro.
Just remember, just every time you're feeling a bit down, just remember corner taken quickly.
Origi! Sean Bay says, why he sub Salah and the ref F up on the handball? Do you know what? You see the handball thing where Martinez done this?
No, he did this, bro.
Oh, sorry,
he did the jazz hands, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a penalty. Because do you know what's so crazy?
Anywhere else in the pitch, it's not.
But kid right you not, there, it's only because it's the first game of the season and Stamford Bridge. If this was 3 games in, no, Drift, hear me out.
No, Matt. If it was the other way around, Chelsea get that penalty. I guarantee you.
You might be
Well,
right
even
there,
if it's the first game of the season or not. If that's the other way around, and that was Ibu who did some jazz hands, and the ball was on target, he's giving that penalty. I'm telling you, bro, 100%. Chelsea got that penalty.
Still. He got Shombe again. He says Klopp did not prepare the team to win, so failure is at hand. As simple as that. Klopp is delusional. Come to the game without a DM and defenders. Shombe, love for the super chat, my bro, but I have to disagree with that. You want to know why? You have to remember Klopp wants a DM and he wants defenders, bro. But you have to understand that he's working within the restraints, and the people that he's asked to get those deals over the line haven't been able to do that, bro. And I know you've seen the news with Caicedo and Lavia, bro. It's not like Klopp don't want these players, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not like Klopp went out and said start the season, we're just gonna go again. Who cares if we lost Hendo and Fabinho? We're just gonna use the same squad because I believe he never said that, bro. Come on, man. Big up Sean Bader.
One thing on that.
Yeah, go on.
Klopp definitely wants a DM. Defenders, I'd like to think so. I bloody would like to think so.
He said it, bro. He said he wants a defender.
Klopp came today to win. He didn't adapt during the game.
Yes.
He didn't adapt during the game.
Yeah,
he came to win
I
today.
agree that.
The first 30 minutes suggested that. But he didn't adapt when Chelsea adapted. And that was the issue today. So we went from a team that wanted to win to a team that was settling for a draw. Also, as well, when we say things like restraints of, like, I think this summer's kind of shown that Klopp was waiting for a certain somebody to become available. Because if we had 101 mil to 111 mil to spend, we could have got Lavia if we really wanted Lavia.
We're back in negotiations, by the way.
That's
for Lavia. Breaking news, we're back in negotiations.
So but that's where I feel like Matt's right though, Cal. They've let him down because just go and pay all this 42 mil, 44 mil, all this rubbish. Just get the deal done.
We're trying to get Lavia right now as we speak, guys.
If Klopp really wanted Lavia, we've got the money there because we're not just going to go and bid 111 mil. We're talking about a couple mil. So he clearly didn't want Lavia that much or more than someone else. Rumors were he was waiting on Tchouaméni, heard that Mbappe fell through, and that's why we bid for Caicedo.
How reliable is that? Where is that source coming from?
Reliable as most other things that have been said.
No, because some things come from like journalists that we can believe, bro. Like,
so let me ask you a question. How is it we can't? So how is it all of us we can't afford an extra 3-4 mil for Lavia, but then we go and more than double that bid for Caicedo?
No, what restraints
are there?
What journalists have been saying who can be believed or who are reputable, Cal. What they're saying is Klopp has been badgering recruitment to get Lavia, and apparently recruitment don't think he's worth it. So there's been an in battle where Klopp's saying, "Where's my player?" and they're saying he's not worth 50 mil, and that's where the crossover's been. So it isn't that Klopp don't want Lavia. The people who've got the budget are saying he's not worth spending 50 mil on. And that's where there's been an issue behind the scenes.
We'll get a match
which is probably why Klopp's been so angry, bro. Because he's like, well, if I told you to get me this guy, just get me him. And they're like, nah, we're going to haggle. We don't think he's worth this much and rare. So, like, that's what reputable sources have been saying, bro. The Tchouaméni one, I don't know. I've never seen anybody actually talk about that. But I hope not, because then I'll have to blame Klopp for being an idiot. Because if he's just been waiting for Tchouaméni, that is a very stupid tactic, in my opinion. So,
can we play a clip that's from?
No, we can't.
TV recorded off a TV, but you don't see no graphic.
On the first day of the season.
Yeah, Matt. Let's start as we mean to go on.
Did he say, can we play something from the TV?
No. Yeah, so what I mean is, it's like Sturridge is over to Trent. You see no logo. And it's like, you know, you can tell it's recorded off off a phone.
No, we can't, Matt. We can't.
We can't play that.
No, we can't.
You lot, I tried, didn't I? I asked. We haven't been given authorization. Just saying. I've been outvoted. Everlaz says that one chance Jota took the ball. Yeah, of Sobas. Remember talking about that, Cal? When Sobas took on like 3 man and took the ball of Sobbo and blew it into the stands in the first half. Still annoys me. I agree with you, bro.
Why didn't Sobbo pull the trigger when he had that chance in the second?
No, because Jota just took the ball off.
No, it's a different one, Matt. There was a different one.
Oh, yeah, I think it was when you'd left, bro. Soboslai had a ball bounce on the half
perfect.
volley about 20 yards out, bro, and he passed this to the shooting. I have no idea.
No, that's the Klopp football taking over, bro. He should have shot. He should have shot, bro.
I don't know
If that
why
were
he
Leipzig
did it.
Sobo, he's packing it, bro.
Yeah, he's packing it 100%.
Oh, man. Somebody again says, I'm sorry, guys, but I agree with Cal. I want to win. No, 100%, bro. We all want to win, bro. 100. Don't get twisted. Eric says, VVD said post-game, there's room for improvement in all aspects. My captain, Klopp seemed to talk a lot up the first half, game rust, jitters. Yeah, rightly so. It's the first game of the season. What you think, man, are going to be in premium condition and them thing there? Star Days in Big Itself. Did you guys notice how solid Trent was defensively? They killed us on Robbo's side. His levels have dropped. Don't even give great crosses like before. I agree, you know.
Yeah, I am worried about Robbo.
Robbo's the one that's more of the weak link.
And that's the thing, Matt. Obviously, we're going to do player ratings once we get through these last
Yeah.
things. I don't think that Trent was actually that bad defensively today.
He
I
wasn't.
genuinely don't. I think it's so easy to just say it's Trent now. It's
Of
so
course,
easy to
because
just
it's
say
the in
Trent.
thing to do.
Yeah,
so
it's
to speak, as
becoming
well.
it's just becoming the go-to now, isn't it? Like, it was Trent's fault. But yeah, anyway.
No, agreed. Lockers, happy 35th to that guy. My 31st is Tuesday. Would love a beat. Yeah. Big up yourself. Pause as well on that. I had to quick pause on that.
Yeah. Lockers,
Mac
if
10.
you've got a missus, I'm sure you'll get a beat for your
In
birthday.
it. Trust me, you'll get that. Mac 10, Sobo excited. And the 6 on the left side. Left side of centre back are the final pieces of our starting 11. Big up yourself, bro. Happy birthday.
You know what,
Tuesday.
Lockers, tune in tomorrow because it'll be more relevant because it'll be closer on the Monday night show, and we'll drop the beat for your birthday.
Yeah,
bro,
100.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. 100. My computer going crazy. King Dom says, keep up the good work, Giants. Appreciate that, bro. Love as always, my G. Appreciate that. Somebody again, big yourself, bro. Please tell me, since when a team plays without a DM, please explain to me. I've been following this team almost 4 decades. You told me LSC without a DM, please. I'm losing my head, bro. We're not,
bro. We're all there with you, bro.
We're with you, bro. What we're saying is, though, we understand going into the season without a DM is absolutely like insane. It's actually insane. But what we're saying is you can't blame Jurgen. You can only blame Liverpool or shall I say, sorry,
recruitment,
because it's not Klopp. Klopp wants the DM, bro. And as I'm speaking to you right now, fam, we are now re-entered negotiations with Lavia. Me personally, I'm expecting us to get that deal over the line, and I'm expecting Caicedo to go to Chelsea. However, when I just checked my phone a minute ago, I just saw something and it said, what did it say? That Liverpool are still the only team that have agreed a free with Brighton, which is, I don't understand, because Chelsea said they're willing to do more than what we're doing.
What I need you to explain to me here, Matt, and I know this is going to end up being a little bit of a tangent, but it is what it is. What you need to explain to me really, bro, is why have Chelsea been given all of this time by a club who said on Thursday, if you do not have your bid in by 12 a.m., then we will not talk to you anymore. And they weren't just talking to Chelsea, bro. They was talking to the world. They told the whole world, if you don't get your bid in...
Bro. Klopp was just asked about Caicedo directly. Listen to what he says. Can you hear this? Hold on, I'm going to turn it up.
No, bro, just tell me what he said, bro. If his voice comes up, it might...
Any news on Caicedo? No news at all.
Can you hear that?
So, any news on Caicedo?
Yes,
No news
bro.
at
Get your phone away from the thing, bro. What are you
doing? We're not going to get
bro?
copyrighted for sound, bro.
Bruv, you're a terror, you know that.
What do you mean? We're not going to get
You're
copyrighted for that.
Terror, bro.
Hey, people, this is why the people love me here on this channel, bro. I'm the one that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a troublemaker, bro.
It's just an audio. We can't get, it's an audio.
Yeah, of Klopp's voice. YouTube might know Klopp's voice, but
that's a
you're
track
a menace,
ID.
bro.
Big up yourself,
You're an absolute menace, bro.
But he said, no, you see the way he said it? No news at all.
Sir, just before.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Yeah, sorry. What you say? Yeah, go.
So, bro, if they say midnight Thursday, which is Friday morning, 12 a.m., which, by the way, was 3 days ago, that is when you have to get your bid in or done. Why are Brighton actually allowing this long of a process, regardless of anything else? Brighton is showing that they are actually pretty scandalous, because I'm sorry, even if they'd have give Chelsea like till Friday afternoon or something, you could have kind of said to yourself, all right, do you know what? Based on some of the things that are going around, all right, Brighton have gone, look, all right, we said midnight, but boom, all right, cool. Bro, how can the whole of Friday go? How can the whole of Saturday go? How can Sunday come? We've now played the game and still no bid from Chelsea. No, real talk, bro. What is actually going on?
All jokes aside,
Brighton are scumbags. I'm sorry.
No.
Brighton are scumbags, bro.
I'll tell you what's happened. Even though I fully agree with everything that you're saying, the problem is, though, the agent of Caicedo has caused the issue and has caused all of this. Bro, from what I'm being told and what I've read and what people have told me as well, there's a reason why Liverpool agreed the fee on Thursday night, Friday morning, because they were given assurances by the reps that if we agreed the fee, Caicedo was willing to join Liverpool.
Yeah.
Bro,
100%.
when that was agreed, everything was calm, hence why the medical was set. But we know what happened. Chelsea said, Rod, are you good? No, we need to. And they said to the agent, we'll give you more money, X, Y, Z. This is why it was happening. The reason why Brighton have unfortunately having to renegotiate with them is because Caicedo so far keeps saying, I want to give Chelsea a chance to match the bid. I want to what's the word? I want to honor what they have said before, because they were talking to me. They're putting all the groundwork, which I can understand. If a team's courted you for that long, you give them respect. Here's why I fully agree.
How long?
With you. No, I don't agree with what's happened. This is why I agree with you. Brighton should be putting their foot down and saying, that was Friday. This is now Sunday. It is now Sunday. And not only that, the auction finished Friday midnight. Yeah? That it should be done now. But the problem is, because Caicedo's agent is saying, well, until we hear from Chelsea, we ain't doing nothing.
But what's the agent got to do with it at this point, bro?
No, but bro, at this point, remember, even if you agree fee for player, the player has to agree to you.
Yeah, so then it should either be Liverpool walk away and he stays at Brighton, or he joins Liverpool. That should be the only two scenarios out of this.
But hear the joke. Liverpool still we haven't taken a bid off the table. That says to me,
we will by the end of today, I reckon. I don't think Liverpool like being messed about. I think by the end of today, we'll take that. We'll be.
Yeah, because Klopp is frustrated. That says to me, listen,
Brighton are dickheads. I don't care what anyone
I'm going to
says.
be honest. Can I be honest? It wouldn't surprise me, and I say not, if there's another twist. J.W. Henry does not come to England just to watch Chelsea v Liverpool. He's come to have faced it. Bro, no, all jokes aside, big man team, I can guarantee you, I bet he's going to get reported. He had face-to-face talks with Bowley. We don't know what's going to be said, but clearly, bro, come on. Two owners are going up for the same player. They both have history, yeah, from baseball. You know they're going to have a conversation. Whether that changed anything or not, I don't know. But I just feel like there's more to be played out. Because I'm going to be honest. It's taken Chelsea 2 days and they still haven't sent in no bid. But apparently they sent the bid, but they can't agree with the structure. I don't know, of the bid. So let's wait and see.
And the thing that's annoying me more than anything, and what people need to understand, especially the way Liverpool move and the way Liverpool do things, there is absolutely no way that Liverpool didn't put that bid in without knowing that Caicedo was willing to come to Liverpool. So what's frustrating me more than anything is that Liverpool were clearly given assurances Caicedo wanted to come to Liverpool. And weird. Even if you give Chelsea one extra day, which you still shouldn't, 3 days is a joke. 3 days. At this point, Brighton should have just said, Chelsea, no, it's done. Because what I want to happen, if Liverpool don't end up with Caicedo, is Chelsea can't afford it and he has to step Brighton. Brighton lose out on all that money. Caicedo has to play in a team he doesn't want to be in, and everybody gets to laugh at the scenario. Because if Chelsea haven't put in a bid in just yet, I'm not saying they won't, but maybe it actually does scream. They can't, because Chelsea aren't no team that fraff about when it comes to stuff. So why is it taking 3 days for Chelsea to actually put in a bid, bro?
Funny you say that. Big up David Lynch, my guy. He goes, Liverpool are refusing to withdraw their... This is 15 minutes ago. Liverpool are refusing to withdraw their offer for Moises Caicedo and remain the only side to have agreed to fee of Brighton. Do you know what that says to me? It's 4D chess. Liverpool want Chelsea to pay whatever it takes to get Caicedo, yeah? So then we can go and get Lavia because they want Chelsea to use all the resources, so then they can't get both. That's clearly how I'm reading the story. That's how I'm seeing it. But Liverpool want to get Lavia because we know Caicedo, his first choice is Chelsea. But what we're saying is we're not gonna remove that bid. You're gonna have to pay whatever it takes for Brighton to accept, and then we're gonna go and get Lavia. That's just what I think. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah,
I could be so wrong, by the way. And
no,
we're still
I've
I've
got a feeling. I've got a feeling that that's probably the most realistic outcome. But what I do find very strange and just frustrating, and it's not even an assaulty thing or whatever, like people start saying with their childish behavior. This is just business, and business has to be conducted properly when we're talking about this much money. If Brighton are the ones who set an actual date and time for an auction, no one told them to do this, you know. They said they were frustrated. They want him off the books. They want to be able to replace him. They want the money so that they can use that money. All of these things that they said. So they just wanted a resolution before the Premier League started, and they were the ones who set the rules and the parameters of this auction. Why are they not sticking to their own rules? Because again, here's the thing that I find really crazy. When it came out that Caicedo said, look, if I go Liverpool, I go Liverpool. If I go Chelsea, I go Chelsea. But I'll prefer to go Chelsea based on the fact that I'm going to be loyal to a team who I've spoken to for a longer period of time. I actually get that to a degree, I do. If I take my Liverpool hat off, I actually find that quite admirable. You're going to actually give the team who you spent more time negotiating with the benefit of the doubt. Cool, I get that. That's actually quite a stand-up thing to do. But when it comes to the point where it's been this long, it should actually be Chelsea fucked up, innit? That's how the cookie crumbles. Boom, you're a Liverpool player now. Why is it that this is actually being dragged out? Brighton don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry. This is some joke thing from Brighton. And if they end up with an extra, 4 mil because Chelsea offer 115 and we offer 111, is all this effort worth an extra 4 mil when you're talking about this much money? Like, what's 115 to 111? Like, it's nothing. But like, I don't really get what all of this. If Chelsea were going to end up giving them like 120, 130, 140, you'd be like, oh, okay, starting to get to be like 10, 20 mil more. You can kind of, what's 4 million more? Honestly, some rumors are saying they're going to match. Brighton aren't even going to get more money than what Liverpool offered. Chelsea are just going to match, and it's just going to be 111. So you're not even going to get more money, but you're dragging it out for this. For what? You're taking liberties. You're actually just...
Like I said...
If I was Liverpool, I'd walk away at this point because I feel like they're trying to buy it. If I'm being honest. They're trying to buy it.
No, we should be walking... I think we're going to
They're trying to buy it, bro. They're actually trying to buy it. And Chelsea treat their man like dickhead. Taking their manager, their recruitment team, their scouts. Why are you letting this team bully you like this? Brighton have let Chelsea bad them up for about 18 months now. What's all this about? Nah, man, this is some joke thing, man. This is some joke thing. Brighton, you lot are mugs.
VC. Newcastle in 2 weeks, we are going to get battered taking Salah off a dog that early. He hasn't got a clue. Without Salah, we don't score once he's gone. You know what? Here's the thing about, I think people are reading too much into it, in my opinion, anyway. The whole Doak thing, yeah. Salah weren't really affecting the game. Doak has had a good preseason. There's no harm to give him a bit of minutes. In terms of Doak as well, obviously, like a big game like this will really help for him as well. Like playing in a big game. I know Salah will be frustrated, and rightly so. He's Liverpool's obviously talisman, but it's just the first game of the season. That does not mean the second, third game that happens again. You have to understand that as well. It's just one game, people. It's the first game of the season, like. But you have to remember, Klopp even knows like how tired these guys are more than we do, innit? So man's probably seeing certain things and thinking, I better take him off. Yeah, I'm trying to say. Because you know what's so crazy? Imagine if Salah would have stayed on and Salah would have got injured and it was due to something. And we were like, oh my God, why didn't you just
not even just that, Matt. This shows
it's the first game of the season, bro.
This shows how much you can't blame anyone. And I'm not even having a go at man for this super chat, but this just shows how much you can't like please everyone and why like it's always going to be somebody. We have for months, probably even years, screamed we don't like the fact that Klopp will favoritize certain players in the team, which technically he did today with Robbo, and let them play when they're playing poorly. In that second half, Mo was just as responsible for the poor performance as Jota and Diaz. And do you know what, Matt? He removed all three of them. Why? Because he saw he needed to change something. What is that? What we've always asked Klopp to do. And then when he goes and does it, then everybody starts getting annoyed that he brought Mo off. Mo was ineffective in that second half. And we've always said, why does Mo finish games he's not playing well in? Doak is a good young player who's energetic and can cause issues. I don't see why people are now angry. That, to me, just screams you've got an agenda against Klopp. You just want to find any reason to say he's done something wrong. For 15 minutes, there was nothing wrong with Ben Doak coming on. Mo wasn't playing well in the second half. He had a brilliant first half. In the second half, he was not playing well.
I'm just
I saw him getting
walk off
swept
the pitch
up by
as we're
Gallagher.
talking now. Yeah.
But all of a sudden now, it's an easy stick to batter Klopp with. Don't know what he's doing. Why is he bringing off Salah? No, guys, Salah wasn't playing well. He also brought off Jota and he also brought off Diaz. He changed the whole front three because none of them were affecting the game.
And people need to also understand, if Salah...
Come on, man.
I'll be more worried if Salah just went off the pitch and was smiling. I want Salah to be upset. I actually want him to be upset.
No, but the fact that Salah just walked past Klopp and didn't even like...
Yeah. Then man will talk.
That's out of order. He shouldn't be doing that.
It's a thing where emotions get the best of you, they'll talk. Remember when Milner done the same thing? When Milner got mad and Klopp had to pull man back? Well, that would get sorted. That would get sorted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to go for the play rating still. O'Shaney, Lloyd O'Connor. I mean, our problems like last season was our defense. Chelsea came in hot on us, pause, and we somewhat got through that with a draw. Last season, that's an L. I agree. Last season, that would have been an L. So yeah, we did get through it. Remember, it's the first game season as well. So big at yourself. Harty says, Arsenal fan here. We look leg in the second half. Man City FC too low key. I think possession tax is still there. I think Sorry, but I thought it was possession. Yeah. I think pre-season tax is still there, and I think we all look better in a few games. I agree. We all will look better.
I see that. I did say that earlier on. Maybe this is just something that they'll all grow into.
Yeah. H for that brother trying for a child, please sit this season out. LFC will have you. H, man.
H is too savage, man.
I
don't read the last bit out because it's too savage, but people can see it. People can see it.
H, man.
And I would just like to say, I hope he actually manages to get his missus pregnant because real things, if man's trying on a real, like, good luck with that.
Yeah, 100.
We're talking about starting a family, so
family.
I know we're laughing and joking because he's having a laugh.
No. But all jokes aside, family
honestly hope,
everything.
Yeah. I hope he actually does manage to get his missus.
100. Blessings as always. Harty, not gonna lie, you man are fighting top 4 if you get Lavia.
Well, I don't know if Harty's being disrespectful or if he's being positive. I don't know if that was him being complimentary or negative. I don't know. But yeah.
Shakalaka Meka Leka. We being manhandled by Southsider's agent. It's peak. I know his agent. Yeah, his agent is doing a lot. I can't lie. He's doing a lot. Big itself. Whoever this is, I can't read Arabic, unfortunately. Great result for LFC. VVD, Ibu, and Allison are goats. Midfielders need to link and defend better, and we need more shots from Sobo and Gakpo in the 8. I agree. Although, bro, I will say this: I don't want to see Gakpo in the 8, but if he is gonna play there, and I don't want him to play there, but you're right, we do need to see more shots. So yeah,
I agree with everything there.
Fully agree, bro. Donovan, big at yourself, bro, for the super chat, my G. Sister Ross says we need to keep our bid in just a bit longer. I agree. Make them pay whatever it takes, and then we just go and get Lavia. Simple as. Structural LC bid has Chelsea in knots. I've heard the same thing, Jamro. That's why it's taking them. So it's like they basically, Jamro, they don't know how to better our bid in terms of structure. Because rumor has it we were going to pay, I think it was it 70 million or 50 million up front? Something that Chelsea don't want to do, obviously, because obviously FFP, Jamro, even though it don't exist. But you get what I mean?
Not only that, Matt. I'll say it now because
and the sell-on clause as well.
You told me to talk about it in this part rather than in the.
Hold on. Let me read the last one before. Don't forget we're gonna say it's the last one.
Go to.
O'Neill, Salah was upset because the first game goal record. Maybe because he always scored.
Oh,
maybe. But
Well,
he's
do you know
also-
what?
he's
It
a
ain't that
superstar.
anymore, innit? I'm sorry. Mo's broke so many records. I'm not bothered about his individual stuff anymore.
No, but he's saying he does, not us. But
Yeah.
Mo.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
But yeah,
so,
Jeff, what are you gonna say before you?
yeah.
So you don't
So-
forget, yeah.
Here's the thing that I've realized as well when people are saying like, Caicedo just wants Chelsea. All right, maybe it is what a lot of reporters who can be trusted are saying, that he's doing it more on a loyalty to, he's been talking to them for longer. And I just said that to you, Matt. I find that quite admirable if I take my Liverpool bias out of it, that you will have respect for a team that you've got more work with, basically. I get that. But even taking that away, when I heard yesterday that Chelsea's offer, and this is from Fabrizio, so this isn't like rubbish, this is most likely true. Chelsea's offer to Caicedo is 250 grand a week on an 8-year deal with a 1-year extension to make it 9. 8-year deal with a 1-year option to make it 9. They're offering him essentially a 9-year deal. At what point are Chelsea actually going to end up being just as in trouble as Man City? Because I'm sorry, this stuff isn't making any sense to me anymore. Who starts offering 9-year contracts out to players? This don't happen.
They
Do you know
found
how
a
many man
loophole.
they've got in their team?
They found a loophole.
I heard the
No,
loophole
because that
was-
loophole's getting kind of. And not only that,
I heard you
I
way
can't even
forgot in
pronounce
the
it.
way and said they can't do
Amortization.
that.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Not yet.
Amortization.
Not yet, though.
It's only done over 5 years. Not even 9 years. So obviously they're trying to stretch out the contract as much as they can to pay over that contract. But it does get to a point where it's like you can only do so much. There's a
They-
reason
they
why.
found a loophole.
Who's
Bro,
handing out
they haven't found
9-year
nothing.
contracts?
Well, they have, but
They
but
found a
for this
loophole.
bro, for this deal, they are struggling. Big up blue chip Avi. Big up Avi. Yeah. Do you know what Avi just said a minute ago? Yeah, big up blue chip Avi.
Yeah, big up, Avi.
Reports emanating that the legal team at LFC are watching how Chelsea are engineering and overcoming the complexities of this Moses Caicedo agreement with Brighton. No official bid with the right structure payment has been submitted to Brighton as of this morning. I'm telling you, for Chelsea to better our deal with everything, so that's sell-on clause and structure, they're struggling. Hence why there's no bid.
Insaneness.
Hence
you know
why
that
Liverpool
sell-on
are
clause-
playing the lot.
I
Do you know what?
think,
I'll be
I think
honest.
the sell-on clause was a stroke of genius because that could be what ends up getting us the player.
Bro, do you know what's so crazy? I reckon what Liverpool is doing is this. If you lot can do the thing, then cool. But if you can't, we're getting Caicedo. Because Caicedo at some point will get annoyed. He will actually get annoyed and be like, bro, you told me lunchtime. You told me, like, come on, man. Do you get what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think it's annoyed. Caicedo will go to any top team. He twerked for Arsenal.
Yes, I said
He
this.
now wants Chelsea because Chelsea are putting the most leg work. If you actually break it down, Caicedo is sticking to a quote unquote moral compass to an extent because he had an agreement with Chelsea for a little while and he said, I'm going to stick to my word for that. That part of it is admirable. It is. But he also then said, oh, what Liverpool are in for me? Cool, I'll run with that then. Oh, Chelsea have upped my money. That's where you could turn around and say, oh, well, that's the immoral side coming in. But effectively, he will go to any top side. Chelsea is his preferred destination. But look, I'll break it down into food. If we're all hungry and Drift, you go, Cal, what do you want to eat? Morley's. I'll take Morley's. And we get to Morley's and Morley's is shut. And you go, should we get Five Guys? I'm not going to go, nope, I'm going hungry tonight. I'm going to say, all right, yeah, I'll get a Five Guys. It wasn't my preferred choice. But I'll get a Five Guys. That will do for me because it's a meal that I want. It's not my first meal, but it's the meal that I want.
But you're still going to satisfy your hunger.
All right, then. That is literally what the situation is. Until I see Chelsea put an official bid, he's coming to Liverpool as of right now. It's
But
just a
here's
matter
the
of
thing,
time.
Cal.
I don't think Chelsea did anything, or I think Chelsea have longed it out because if everything went through before this game today, I think that would have been bad for them as a club, considering we were playing them. The atmosphere in the ground would have been toxic, especially if we got a win. I think they're dragging this out on purpose. I think between Monday and Tuesday, I think he gets announced, and I think he's going to be a Liverpool player. I might have egg on.
Do this, fam.
Well,
Why is it giving me hope?
Here's the thing.
Why?
Cal, here's the thing
I
that I was
used to
just saying
be
to
you. I
Matt
tried to.
when,
You man,
when
you
you
don't
was
understand. People in
away.
the chat.
Cal, at
I'm
what
just
point do
trying
we
to
have...
use logic. I'm trying to use logic.
No, and your logic makes
No,
perfect
it's
sense,
not
but your
how-
logic makes us happy, and that's the reason why I think we're scared to believe it. But the point is, at what point do we turn around and say, Brighton, you lot are scummy? Because you were the one who set the parameters of this deal. Why are you giving Chelsea such a long time when the money they're going to be offering you isn't even going to be that drastic of a difference? And they dragged out your whole summer. Remember, Brighton could have had a brilliant transfer window if
We get
Chelsea had gave them
Caicedo,
this
I
money.
swear down.
So, like,
I
why are
think I will
Brighton just
cry,
letting
blood.
Chelsea buoy them off like this? Like,
It's not happening. Don't give me
weird
false
to
hope,
me.
blood. Please. I just want to. People, sorry to cut Andrew. I've been telling these man for the last 24 hours. Yeah, I used to be them. I was all full of optimism. I said, we're getting Caicedo. And then it comes to the realization of Chelsea are going to get Caicedo. However, one thing I will say, and I won't get emotional about this point, is Kyle does actually have a point. I find it kind of
If they had
crazy.
the money, they'd have bid by now.
No,
Did
I
you
find it kind
take
of
this one
crazy.
with Mudryk?
Yeah, no. But I find it crazy that Liverpool still haven't taken their bid away. Is it to say, because if the player has basically told you no, you will basically be like, all right, well, we'll take the bid away, innit? You can go Chelsea, we'll go and get someone else. The fact that Liverpool are keeping the bid there, you might be onto something. He's probably saying to Chelsea, if you lot match what Liverpool are doing or better, then I will go with you, man, innit? But if you don't, you, man, I'm blessed to go to you too. Because I think you're right, Carl. Because I find it kind of crazy that we haven't taken the bid away, but reportedly
Matt,
he's turned us down. Apparently, he hasn't turned us down, you know?
I could be
Yeah.
wrong, and this could get clipped up like my last stuff got clipped up. It could.
You're giving me hope.
No.
I don't know
What
why
you're
doing
saying is making so much
That's
sense.
what-
to
as
people
of-
that
you have
as
it,
of
but you
right
make sense.
now-
Common,
You're
as
making
of right
perfect
now,
sense.
common to say that. Common sense.
It's like it's kind of if they could afford him or they could do what they needed to do, they'd have made the bid by now. What are they waiting on? And how long are they
Guys.
going to drag this out? How long are Brighton going to want to wait for them to drag this out as well? Because Brighton could be sitting there saying, "Look, 111 mil means we can sort out our squad as well a bit more."
Cal, that's what I just said. Their whole summer was based on Caicedo leaving. Chelsea have dragged it out for them. Why are they still letting Chelsea drag it out?
I don't think it was because Brighton don't spend mad money on players. They effectively.
But they could have done a
Liverpool-
lot more with that money, though, Cal.
Yeah,
Let's
of
be
course,
honest.
of
They
course,
could have done a
of
lot
course.
more. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really get why they took their recruitment, they took their scouts, they took their manager. Why are Brighton just letting Chelsea buoy them off all the time? I don't even understand why
Also,
Brighton.
And like
anyone
Klopp
saying
said,
that this
no
is a
news
PR
or
stunt by FSG and all that as well. I do not like FSG. I want them out. I'm not even doing the
Of
shame.
course.
But for anyone to say this is a PR stunt, I'm sorry. Klopp came out and said we agreed. Klopp
But this ain't a
gonna
PR
do
stunt. Why would
This ain't a
so you're gonna
PR
do a PR stunt to make your PR look bad? That don't make no sense.
Like-
Come on, man.
Yeah, there's no way this is a PR stunt. For
This
once,
ain't a PR stunt. bro. Come on, man.
everybody who hates FSG for once has to actually just go, do you know what? It took too long to do it.
They did what
But
we want
this
them
is
to
what
do.
we've asked
Yeah.
them to
Yeah.
do. You
JW
have
Henry
to-
is in
have to give
the
credit.
UK.
Have
He didn't
to.
come here just
You
to
have
watch
to.
the game.
Have
He's
to.
come here to have face-to-face.
If Caicedo ends up a Liverpool
100%.
player, there is not one person who can say FSG out in that moment. No, you just can't. You just
You
can't.
can't.
We've asked
It's
them
true,
to
yeah.
do this. So if they do what we ask, you then have to
Yeah.
change your opinion. You can't keep the same energy
Well, for that
when
transfer.
they change
For
what
that
they-
transfer.
yeah. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
just mean
In that
I just
moment,
mean in
no, in that
general,
moment.
bro.
In
I
that-
mean,
no, no,
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
overall.
It does open
In
another
that moment,
conversation,
though.
but we're
I'm
not
talking
having
about. I'm
conversation
talking
today.
about in that moment. If
Yeah,
in
yeah,
6
cool,
months
cool,
or a
cool,
year
cool, cool.
they're still messing around, that's that in it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
in
yeah.
that moment, if they've done what you've asked them to do, you've just got to be a grown up and go, raw. All right, I was angry, and then they've done what I wanted them to do. So for this moment, I got to pull back. You can't still be like, nah, I don't care if they've got Caicedo, because what we're annoyed about is their transfer budget and the amount of money they invest in the team. They spent 111 million on Caicedo. That's investment. Like in that moment, you just have to be cool. It is what it is.
I'm
Like,
gonna be honest. If this transfer went through on Friday morning like it was supposed to, and we signed Caicedo, Soboslai, McAllister, we got a centre back, I reckon a lot of people would have been, you know what? You see the owners?
They'd have been
I
like
used to
me.
be FSG out, but you want to know what?
They would have been like me when the bid got announced.
Matt,
Yeah,
you know how much I hate.
Say the
You know
ball.
how much I hate FSG, yeah, and the way they move. I'm gonna say it right
Yeah.
here, right now. If we sign the centre back in Caicedo on top of what we've already done, FSG are actually doing their job, and they ain't gonna hear a peep out of me for a whole season. I'm gonna keep it a butt. No. If they get a centre back in Caicedo, they're not hearing a peep out of me for the rest of the season because they did what they were supposed to do.
Yes,
no,
they will,
no,
Drew.
you won't. No, you won't. You
They
won't hear a
will,
peep.
Drew.
I won't mention the owners again. If we get a centre
your
back
memory,
and
your
Caicedo,
memory is moving
I'm telling
fuzzy.
you
You're
now.
forgetting what Joy W. Henry said when we won the Champions League when he said, "I'll give Klopp whatever he wants."
No, Matt. I said
Whatever
if
he
they
wants.
do what I just asked, if
Man
they get
gave
us
us
a centre back
Adrian,
and Caicedo,
Set
you will not
Vandenberg.
hear a peep out of me for the rest of the.
I
for
hear
the
what
rest
you're
of the
saying. I hear
season.
what you're saying.
You won't, because I will not be able to give energy towards the owners who, even though it took longer than it should have, which I'll still be annoyed about, actually did what we wanted. Invested over 200 million in a team and fully revamped the squad with world-class or potentially world-class players. You won't.
All right,
hear
so
a
basically
peep
what you're
out of me.
saying is, we need to move on. But just quickly, what you're saying is, if we get Caicedo in the end, and we get a centre back,
and we get a centre back, you
for
won't
that
hear a
season,
peep
for
out of
this
me.
season, are you
FSG
FSG
did their
in?
job.
For this season, are you FSG in?
I mean, I don't want to do the in-out thing. That's this ain't the
I'm
hokey
asking you
cokey,
a question, bro.
This ain't the hokey cokey, bro. I'm not going to do the in-out.
Is this a straight yes or no? I don't understand. There's no
because-
complexity to it.
But I will live in the moment. I will live in the moment. And,
that's
and
not
for the
what-
next
we're not asking
12
you to live
months,
in the moment,
for
bro.
the next 12 months, I
Say
will
it.
not say nothing about
Bro,
it.
the
just
words,
say
bro.
what you want to say. It's like you're going
the
round.
words, bro.
I don't understand.
No, I said what I wanted to say. Don't
If
try to
they
put words
get-
in my mouth.
if
No,
they
but
get
what's your mouth?
Caicedo,
I'm saying
the
if they get
player-
Caicedo
the
centre
player
back
on quote,
for this
you wanted
season,
more
are
than
you
any other
FSG
player
in?
in the
Because you said you're
world.
not going to complain. That means you're FSG in, right?
This ain't the hokey cokey, guys.
You
Bro,
said
why?
Caicedo is the player I want more than any other player in the world. If
I
we
did.
go and get him and a centre back, I want to hear the words FSG in.
I mean, we all want things. We all want things, right? But you won't hear a peep out of me. Swear that you will not
So you're
hear a peep out of
FSG in
me.
and you're on board.
No,
But you're on
no,
board though
no.
for the season at least.
Matt, leave him.
Yeah,
bruv. We'll
no,
get him
for
a
this
t-shirt and he'll
season,
wear it.
I'm on board. I'm on board for this season, 100%.
Clickety clank,
100%.
clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank. Clickety clank, clickety clank.
Look,
The money
it is
goes
what it is.
into my piggy bank. I'm gonna ask you. All right, cool. Let's move on. All right, cool. Oh no,
We
there's more.
still got to do player ratings.
Yeah,
No,
you
we'll
know
have to
what?
we'll have to save those for after because we've got.
Yeah, we'll save some just for after. Let's go to player ratings.
We run through the player ratings quickly then.
Yeah, let's run through it quick. Alisson Becker. What we
10,
saying? 10, innit? He saved us as always. Best goalkeeper in the world, right? Am I lying?
Yeah, he was sensational again as always.
Different
10 all
gravy.
around, yeah?
Yeah.
10 all around.
TAA, Trent Alexander-Arnold. What we saying?
6.
I'm actually going to go for 7.5 for Trent today. I thought Trent was pretty good.
I'm gonna go 7.
I think it was unfair some of the criticism defensively he was getting. I don't blame him for the goal, even though he was kind of a part of it. 7.5. I thought Trent was solid today.
I'm gonna go 7. I think he was so unlucky, could nearly got the assist as well. But remember, obviously, Salah was just offside. I understand the concerns that Cal had with him, but I also understand as well when he goes into midfield, and he even spoke about himself, Trent, talking about he can control the game in his middle of the park. It's like he needs to be there. Go and get the right back. Allow my man to just go and dictate the game and let him do what he needs to do. But I think he played good today. I'm gonna give him Trent a 7 personally.
Can I just say something quickly, and let's not go too much on it. If you swap Robbo for Guavado, I don't think anyone's got a problem with him playing inverted because our defense would be all right. I think it is due to the other players why people have an issue.
But if we don't have the personnel, then don't play the system then, bro.
But he's got to get used to playing the system. We should just be doing recruitment at the same time because he has to get used to it.
No, but then, bro, if you don't have the players, don't play the system. It doesn't that we can't blame other players not being good in the system for him not performing to his maximum.
But he's such an asset within that system. I think the reward is better than the bad, if that makes sense. I think you can get more from it, which that run of games he went on at the end of the season proved, that I get you get more out of it than you don't. Do you get what I mean? Even though I agree with you, we don't have the personnel right now. I still think you get more out of it than you don't, though. So that's why we just need to go and get the personnel to make it. But that's what I would say anyway.
Cool. Kanate.
I'll go 8 for Kanate.
I go 8.5 for Ibu.
I got 8.5 for Kanate. I thought he was serious, you know. Made some very, very good interceptions. When we got carved open, my man, do you know what I mean? I think he done 2 slide challenges that allowed us to, he blocked the shot basically. Would have been on target. We don't know whether it would have gone in or not. I thought Kanate was serious. He gets an 8.5 from me.
It was good today.
Captain VVD. What are we saying?
9.5.
9.5.
I'm going 9.5 as well.
He would have got a 10 if I didn't think he was part of the goal. Because I think he was kind of part of the goal.
He was
think
marking someone.
no, but he did. He left an area of the field on a set piece where I think he should have been.
Drift, he's whole side marking someone. He can't do anything else. You go to the ball. If you're a defender, you forget about the position sometimes. You go and you cut out the ball.
No, but that's not what happened, bro. Remember, he was marking a player, but the ball came over the top. So even though he vacated an area of the field that essentially nobody else should be. Like that right in the middle of the defense. Him and Ibu, nobody else should ideally really be there other than those two. They are the centre backs, right? So I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but still technically, Trent shouldn't have been left with 2 players at the back post. Do you know what I mean? Like he shouldn't have.
But that's not Virgil's fault.
I'm not saying it's fully his fault, but I'm saying he's culpable to some degree. So I'm taking away that half point for that. I think he's still involved in some way in that, if you get what I mean. Not his fault, but he's involved in it in some way. So that's the only reason why I'm taking away that half point. Otherwise, I'd have given him a 10. I thought Virgil was brilliant today. Proper back to being VVD.
Yeah, I thought Virgil was sick. I went back to his best as well. It's we're gonna get techie now. What you might saying about Robber?
It's not techie at all, bro. He's getting it free.
Yeah.
No, it's not techie at all, bro.
What you said about Robber?
I'd have gone 2 for Robbo.
Yeah. 2 or 3, I don't think it matters. I think, you know what? Actually, no. I'm gonna go 2. Because you know when I'm just remembering the category of 0 to 2, he was shocking today. I'm gonna be honest. The more I think about it, the more I don't want to admit it, but that video that me and Kyle did about Robbo, bruv, it's like it's surfacing, like in terms of like what we was worried about.
Ignore it, man. I'm just negative all the time.
Bro, I'm just saying. You was onto something. I'm giving you your flowers, innit? Because
no, but I don't want the flowers. Robbo's one of my favorite players.
I know he is, because remember
he's actually one of my favorite players.
In fact, I know you lot are both being true, because I'll tell you why. Because you guys were even, I think, especially Drift actually, I remember you saying about Robbo being captain as well. Like you were saying how you felt, in your opinion, Robbo would have been a better captain. Whether that's right or wrong is not even a conversation, but it's more about that's how you feel about him and his leadership and what he brings to Liverpool. So for him to have this, and for him to have this performance, it is worrying. But again, first game of the season, everybody can improve upon what they did. So I'm hoping
if I'm in Liverpool's recruitment, if I'm Klopp, I'm moving Tsimikas on to let him go and have a career I think he deserves and get a decent amount of money, and Robbo becomes my backup. The way I thought Henderson would have been backup, and I buy another left back or a left-sided centre back that could play left back. That's what I do if I'm recruitment.
I hear you. Moving on to midfield. The makeshift number 6, McAllister.
Excellent.
I thought he was sublime.
I'm going for a 9.
I'm going for 9.5. For someone who's not a single 6.
Yeah, I loved everything about his play until that 5-minute period where he gave the ball away about 3 or 4 times, and I was like,
It was twice, Drift. He gave it away
McAllister, what are
twice.
you
I think
doing? No, but
McAllister
I
was
remember when
insane
you
today.
that time we was arguing when you said you think it wasn't his fault, and it was, bro. It's such a bad pass.
It wasn't. No, Drift. You
It
have to
was,
understand.
bro.
No, Drift. No. But just because the pass doesn't make it to the player doesn't mean it's a bad pass. If 2 players are on different wavelengths, it doesn't mean the pass was bad.
They
It just means there was
weren't,
a miscommunication.
They
Bro,
weren't.
Nunez ran from the spot where he passed the ball to.
No, but Nunes had his back to go at that point, so it was just a bad pass.
He
You know,
was
like he
very
tried to
composed,
make a
though.
run.
Very, very
It
was
composed.
just
He
a
did get
bad
tired, people.
pass,
I agree
bro.
with that
Drift,
as well. He did get
He
tired.
spanned his defender and went for the to run ahead. If
It was a
anything,
bad
it was a
pass,
case of Nunez did something smart, McAllister did something smart, but just in 2 different realms. That wasn't a bad pass.
I think
The
it
bad pass
bro.
was the pass where he played it
Yeah,
to
maybe
to
he's a
Nunez
9 or
when he
9.5. But
intercepted
McAllister
Sanchez.
was sublime today. I can't
I'm
lie.
gonna give him a 9 because I thought he was excellent, but that little
I
period
thought it was
he let
sublime.
me down.
Maybe 9.5
And-
is a little bit too much, but I'll say 9
Yeah.
because I thought he was, for someone who doesn't play a single 6, he's different playing in a pivot, playing a single 6 as well, and you're not even a 6 by trade as well. Like you're more of an 8/10. The way his composure was what I wouldn't even have, but like when he was being pressed, there was no smash the ball or do something rash. He always knew what he was gonna do. Like moments before, bro, I thought he was one of the best things for our midfield. I'm giving him a 9 as well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think if we get a proper DM in, it's going to be so wonderful having McAllister and Nunes in
100,
midfield.
bro.
I mean, McAllister and Soboslai, sorry, in midfield.
Yeah, bro.
It's going to be so. With McAllister a bit further up the field, not doing as much defending like he had to do today.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
still defending, but just not like, yeah, it's going to be beautiful, man.
I
It's gonna
agree.
be beautiful.
Cody Gakpo.
I just got to give Cody a 5 today. He was
Yeah,
very
I was gonna say that as well.
average. Very average.
Started off all right. He had energy, but you know what it is with Cody Gakpo, bro.
Should have shot.
Yeah, but he just got, you know, like, because he's not a midfielder and he was asked to do so much running around, especially when we weren't playing well, bro. He just got tired.
Yeah, he did. He got
You could tell he was tired. He was knackered, bro.
Yeah.
Cody for me gets a 5 as well. He gets a 5.
Yeah.
He gets a 5. Soboslai. For me, I'll go first on this one. He gets an 8 from me. I thought he played very, very well, bro. Could have got an amazing goal, but Jota took the freaking ball off him. This is in the first half, not the one that you guys saw that I didn't. So I'm talking about the first half, bro. He took on 3 man. I was about to clap it, yeah, and Jota took it off him, bro. When I say to you, it would have been one of the goals.
I think I missed that. I'm gonna have to watch that back.
Nah, fam, the man, his pressing is insane. He, for me, is going to be a hit. I already knew this already, but yeah, for me.
And do you want to know what was impressive? Even I still think he's about half a yard off the pace of the Premier League in
Fair
general.
enough, if you think that, yeah.
In terms of like overall, but that'll come because physicality in the Premier League does hit a lot of people by surprise, and like the pace of the Premier League. So for him to be this up to speed of maybe just half a yard is a minor. He'll figure that out. Like I ain't got no worry about that. What I was impressed with when he went to the left wing, when we made the substitutions, I think he actually played a little bit better in that last 15 minutes. Even it was like the kid looks brilliant, innit? I'm gonna go 8.5 for Sobo today.
Fair play, bro. Fair play.
Yeah. We got a special player there on our. We knew this already, but we got a special
already
player.
knew 100.
But
100.
Matt, when you see the chance he should have packed, you're gonna be screaming, "Why?" You're gonna be like, "Why you do it, bruv?" Trust me, bruv. He should have packed it, bruv. I thought he was gonna. You know those half volleys that you like lace and they lob like that, like they go up and down. I thought he was gonna hit one of them, bruv. I have no idea why he didn't hit it. I really don't.
Crazy. Front 3. Let's go. Let's start with Jota. What are you saying for Jota?
Jota's got to get like a 4. He was poor today, man.
Jota was poor today, innit?
Yeah, he was poor. He's got to get a 4.
I know it's hindsight, but you know when I say like Gakpo should have been up front. Don't get me wrong. I understood. I don't agree with it, but I see what Klopp was doing in it with the whole all-out attack thing because it's Stamford Bridge. You know your defense is not looking good. You just go all-out attack. But you see Jota, he just won it today. He had one of them games. It's one of them games. So yeah, Jota for me, I have to say 4 or 3. I'll say 3. No, no. Who did we give a 3 again to again? There was someone else.
Robbo got.
I'm giving Jota a 4 because he wasn't as bad as Robbo, but he's still bad.
What
That
did you
makes
give him,
sense.
Drew?
I
I
gave
gave Jota a 4. I mean, if you factor in the fact that Robbo was 2-on-1 for a lot of the game, which is kind of out of his
No, but
control.
this is decision making.
Maybe Jota was worse than Robbo.
No, but did you
Because
see when
Robbo was put under pressure
bro
for the whole game.
Robbo made Sterling look like a Ballon d'Or winner?
But that's because he wasn't getting any help. We do have to
Bro,
be fair.
no,
Robbo
there
was
was-
not getting much help in that game.
There was
bro.
one bit where I kid you not, it was just 1-on-1, and Robbo went to intercept the ball, and Sterling like megged him because Robbo just went really aggressive.
Yeah, I
and
remember.
Bro, it's
Yeah, I
like
remember.
I don't understand. But yeah,
I'm
Jota
going
gets a
4
for
for
me.
Jota.
I went 3 for Jota because I went 2 for Robbo. So just
Cool.
in terms of consistency, so I can get the overall figure.
Mhm.
What did you guys go for Szoboszlai?
8.
I said 8.5.
8.5. I went 8 for Szoboszlai myself. Gakpo,
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say, Drift?
5.
Okay, I went 6.5 for Gakpo. Diaz.
We're just getting it now.
Oh, sorry.
We just got to do the 2. Yeah, the 2. So if I would do Diaz now, what are you saying for Diaz, Drift?
I'm going to give Diaz a 6.5 because he scored the goal and it was a brilliant goal. He probably would have only got a 5.5 for me without the goal because he faded out the game massively. Faded out the game massively. But he got the goal, so I'll give Diaz a 6.5 because he got the goal.
Carl?
I'm actually going to go 5.5 for Diaz because of the goal.
Raw.
Oh, raw. I was gonna give him a 6.5 because of the goal, but he faded like a madman.
Can I ask, before the goal, what did he do as well, guys?
He looked no. In that first 30 minutes, which again was our brightest spark, he did look lively. He did. Bro. Do you remember? In fact, it was him and Jota done some link-up play. Remember him and Gakpo, bro. Diaz looked lively in the first 30 minutes, and he just faded. And defensively as well, like what Jeff was saying, defensively, bro, I can't lie to you. He's actually a problem in terms of not in a good way, in a bad way.
It's so unnatural for him to defend. It does leave Robbo exposed.
It's like he just does that. I don't even want to say his name because but he does this fake running thing like he's gonna do something and he just doesn't do anything.
We say that though, but before the injury, and even last, I can only use before the injury because he barely played. Injury. He was defending very, very well. He
was aggressive, but I would arguably say you made a good point there. Maybe since the injury, he's trying to be more calculated how he's defending, but in fact, it's making him second think. And when you're defending, Cal, you kind of just have to go with it. You can't be like, what?
Oh no, I agree. Today it was horrible. Today was horrible
because you're indecisive. That's how you make errors, isn't it?
I think this notion that overall he's like this, I think is incorrect. I think today he was bad defensively, but I don't think he's a bad defensive player.
No, he's not a bad defender, but what Jeff's point is that he's never been as good as Mane, and that's fact. Mane as a defender was insane. No, but Drift's just saying that on that left-hand side, Mane used to hot Robbo like a madman. Diaz came in.
But Robbo was also better than he was today as well.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
But again, who have we seen in the Premier League era as good as Mane at that?
No one.
So he's not. That's a bit unfair to compare him to Mane, then, isn't it?
No. It's not a comparison of player. It just shows you how difficult it's going to be to regain where we were because we're not going to be able to find a player again that can do what Mane did.
Can we change our tactics then and don't have it so that he has to try and do what Mane did?
No, it's not
harder.
That, though.
It's harder said than done.
Jota can do a better job defensively than Diaz. That's what, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think Jota does trap back better.
Jota's better defensively than Diaz. Jota put in that stint in it. All right, let's go for the last starter, Mohamed Salah. What are you lot saying?
I think I'm going to keep the same energy that I did with Diaz. I'm probably going to give him 6.5 to a 7 because I think the way he did fade out of the game was, a little bit thing. But in the first half an hour, it was absolutely brilliant. He got the assist. He was probably a little bit better than Diaz overall, so I'll give him a 7.
7
You
for
get
Salah.
You
I'm
getting
giving
7?
Salah a 6.
Yeah. He got an assist.
I
But
thought he was
feel like
wicked in the first half an hour, though. Salah was wicked in that first half an hour.
he should have scored,
But,
you know.
but it's a 90-minute. It's a 90-minute game now.
Yeah, bro.
No, I know again, but like I said, he's getting the extra point for the assist. Otherwise, I would have given him a 6. And like our best period in the game, he was instrumental in that. Like he was, he should have scored. The offside, he did tuck it away. Like Salah was on smoke for that first half an hour. He just dramatically faded out of the game, and I don't know what that is. But
Can I say one thing as well? Salah, when he got substituted off, I don't want to see that again. Respectfully, if he's going to act like that, getting substituted off, he can bounce. My energy is very consistent with every single player. I am Liverpool above any player, above any individual record or whatever.
He
If you act like that when you're getting subbed off, if you're acting like that getting subbed off, whether you agree or disagree, bounce from the club. You're not bigger than Liverpool Football Club.
Oh, 100%.
This notion needs to stop.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing is, it's you know what's one of them ones where it's like...
Can I say, sorry to cut you, Matt.
Yeah, no, go on, bro. Go on.
This right here is why I keep on saying, do not have favourites and do not let players dictate what you want, what they want to do. The rotation thing should have been in here from a long time at Liverpool Football Club. He's been the one player hasn't been rotated apart from goalkeeper and Virgil probably. This stops now.
Man,
this stops now. You either back Doak and you start giving Doak starts and stuff like that, or go and get someone who legitimately challenge Salah. Don't do this nonsense. I don't want to see that from any player.
Do you know what's mad, Cal? Here's what I'll say on it. I don't mind him showing his vets to get subbed off, but still high five the manager and have the respect.
That's exactly, bro. Just right.
No issue with him unwrapping the thing.
You could be angry because you're showing your emotion. You're upsetting it, but
and
don't
you're showing
do the
your
whole...
fire to play. That's cool.
Yeah.
Don't just bot past Klopp and act like you're too good and do all of that. Like, let's be honest, that's bitchy stuff. I don't want to see none of that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the part I don't like.
I agree.
I don't mind the fire and the anger, but don't disrespect the manager and then just bop and just, I don't like that part. That's the bit. That's the part I don't like.
I agree. Let's do the subs.
What's your rating for Salah? Sorry, man.
Oh, so Salah, what am I giving Salah? 6. I'm giving him 6.
And what did you give Diaz, Matt?
What did I give Diaz?
I don't think you gave him one. Pause.
Yeah, great pause. What am I giving Diaz? God, 6. 6. Him and Salah both get 6s for me. Salah got assists, he got a goal, but they both faded like mad. Yeah, they both faded. All right, cool. So let's substitutions now. I'm trying to remember the sub. All right, Elliot first. I'm gonna say Curtis Jones, but Elliot first.
7 for me.
I'll go 6 for Elliot.
I'm going 6.5 for Elliot.
7.
Curtis Jones, people. Curtis Jones.
5.
Didn't really do. I'm gonna go 5.5 for Curtis Jones.
I'm gonna go 5, but it's very close to being a 4.
Oh boy, Ben Doak.
5.
Yeah,
I think he gets a 5 as well.
Yeah, 5.
Take a deep breath. Darwin Núñez.
That's 5 again. I just think he was average.
5.
I'll give him. I'll be honest. He gets like a 3 or a 4. You know, I think he gets like a.
Why though?
A 4.
Why? That's harsh. He got more involved than all the other substitutes.
You're a striker. You're asked to change the game. Here, what I'm gonna say. Did you see when the ball got played to him? Did you see the control?
Which
and
one?
Which
the one where it just fell to him. Basically, he miscontrolled it and went to the goalkeeper.
What you mean when McAllister fizzed it at him. You mean?
Matt, that's
Come
a
on,
terrible
Matt.
pass, bro.
Are we really
Come
doing
on.
this?
No,
Matt,
Matt.
that was a terrible
That was
pass.
a terrible pass. I don't even know if it was a pass. It might have been a chip that went wrong. I don't even know what McAllister
it was a pass.
doing.
It was just a terrible pass.
Are you really blaming Nunes for that? Come on, Matt. That's
Guys,
mad.
all jokes aside,
That's mad.
do you think
still.
Gakpo would have trapped it or not? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
I
'cause
don't know,
think
bro.
I don't think you would have been expecting it. A pass like that.
Gakpo controls that, you man.
I honestly, I don't think he does. I don't think, unless you're Berbatov, maybe you're controlling that. But it was a terrible pass. No, Matt, honestly, it was a terrible pass. Like, McAllister apologized straight away.
Did you? No. I need to see it again, bro. I kid you not. When you see the pass, no. When you see the pass again, you'll realize my man should have controlled that. You know, I'm just keeping it a buck in it, and that's the only thing I said that because that opportunity, if he controls that, he's basically through it on goal, bro. But the control was so bad. You said he could have controlled that, you man.
No.
The pass was awful.
No. I'm not saying nobody on the planet wouldn't control the pass, but what I'm saying is it was a poor pass and it was a wrong decision. I don't even think Nunes was expecting it. I thought that he was going to take another touch and just shoot. It was like a half open goal. I don't even know what McAllister was doing there. So, and in my opinion, there was still.
I was waiting for it. Matt has an agenda, you know.
But
how the hell do I have an agenda if I'm talking about one incident? Man's trying to act like I said the guy played like trash. I just said I'm annoyed at this one thing that bothered me. What? Is that what we can't do it?
As well. I fully disagree with you, man.
You man are a bunch of. Let me not even say the word. Let me go take.
Taking that moment aside, I think that there was a few times where he still took a touch, passed it off, made a few runs. He got more involved in the game than I think Jones. So yeah, just a 5.
You gave Jones a 5 though. He was
because he was, but I was like you with Joe. You know when you said Jones got a 5, but it could have been a 4. I was like that. Whereas Nunes is like 5. Like I was never gonna give him lower than a 5. You're right though. Jones, I was like, could I give Jones a 4? Maybe. I go with a 5. It was that kind of thing. So I know they both get the same score, but I felt it's very different about giving the score.
Yeah, I keep the same energy as I kept at the beginning of the season. I don't know what happens with Nunes this season. I think the kid's caught between a rock and a hard place with him. I do. My heart genuinely goes out to him because he does seem to struggle a little bit when he comes off the bench because it seems like he takes a little time to get into a game. But at the moment, I don't think he's a good enough player to start ahead of Jota or Gakpo either. I don't know if he's going to.
I think he should be starting. I do. I think he should be starting. I think Jota, as much as I think Jota, you're right that Jota is a brilliant finisher and whatnot, and arguably a better player and that kind of thing. I know, and maybe it's disrespectful to Jota to say this, but
he's definitely a better player than Jota.
I just think Jota's role in our team, for what it's been for the majority of the time, is he will fill in for certain scenarios and be brilliant. Coming off the bench, he's brilliant. But I just wouldn't say out and out every week Jota should be our striker. I think it should be Nunes. And you know what? If Nunes goes on a 2 or 3 game run and he's not really doing it, then bring Jota back in or put Gakpo up front. But
there's nothing to. You're starting Nunes because you want him to come good, as opposed to starting him because he deserves to start. And I don't think but there's nothing to justify him starting ahead of Jota or Gakpo right now, apart from the fact that you rate him as a player.
Well, it depends what team we're playing against as well. So I do think the beauty of our front line is you kind of can play a player based on what the situation is. Based
I agree, but I'm talking about a game like today. I don't think you can justify starting Nunes ahead of Jota or Gakpo.
I think you can. I think anybody can find any justification for all 3 players. I do. Like if you look at the really good spell that Nunes had last season, which is obviously how we can only really judge Nunes. When he got a few games in a row and he got a bit of confidence, he was playing really well, and he was our second top goal scorer. I know it's a bit loose to just use that as a statistic, but he did actually he was second top goal scorer. So in terms of a goal threat from last season, he was the second highest goal scorer. You can kind of use an argument for Gakpo, Jota, or Nunes.
you've got to add context to that though, Drift. Gakpo came in January into a team when he was playing left wing and moved around, and Jota was injured for a large part of the season. So,
and Nunes was played on the left out of position. That's
no,
what I'm saying. It's context for everything.
But he still played more games as a centre forward than the other two. And
I don't know if he did.
He still had way more chances. Of course,
I don't know if he did, bruv. Nunes played from the left so much last season, bruv. I would actually need to see a stat on if Nunes actually played down the middle more than Jota and Gakpo. Because he was playing on the left a lot, bruv. Do you not forget how many times Nunes was playing down the left, Cal?
But I also remember how many times he played through the middle as well.
I don't think it was more than Gakpo, or Jota. I don't think it was. But I don't know. I think there's an argument for all three in terms of like what you could say as to why you think they should play or whatever. But I just like we've got all three of these players. So
yeah, same. Klopp.
The only substitution that I didn't like was bringing on Elliot, because I just didn't really see how that helped things. But I guess maybe Diaz was tired and he probably thought, what else do I have? A draw away. He did make some of the substitutions that I wanted him to make, so therefore I agreed with them. First half an hour was brilliant, so I think he had them G'd up. He had them ready. I can't blame him for why we don't have a DM. I would have played McAllister as the DM. I wouldn't have played Jota in midfield. Gakpo in midfield, but I see the logic. I'm going to go 6.5 for Klopp today. 6.5.
I'm going 5 for Klopp today.
It's a bit harsh.
It's not. It's an average rating. Every time I say something that you disagree with about Klopp,
I'm just saying I think it's a bit harsh.
5 is an average rating. He set the team up to win, and he didn't adapt after 30 minutes of the game. The game was 90 minutes. Out of 90 minutes, he had a third of the game was good. 2/3.
I'm not saying that you can't have your opinion. I just heard you say 5. I thought, it's a bit harsh. Like we did just come away from Stamford Bridge without a loss.
But if 2/3 out of the game we weren't good, and he didn't do much to change that, like.
But how good were Chelsea?
Yeah, they were, because we also made them look good because of how bad we were playing. 34% possession, guys.
Yeah, but again, look, if you want to give him a 5, it's cool. But I just think 5 is.
Saw Robert getting torn to pieces, and there was no change for an hour.
I wouldn't have changed in the first half. Second half is when obviously you need to change, because I wouldn't have brought Gakpo off in the first half. That would have been a bit of a silly sub or whatever. But I think he kind of noticed the things that we noticed, because even if he did it 5 minutes after we would have, he kind of did all the changes we were saying he should do. I know you disagree with the Salah one, but I agreed with that. I actually said he should have done that.
I disagree, and I've made this very clear. I don't disagree with subbing off Salah. The problem is you're subbing on a player who's so inexperienced and asking him to go on and make something happen, something that Salah couldn't do. It's not fair on the kid. Hence why I've been so consistent saying, go and get someone like a Moussa Diaby who can genuinely challenge Salah right now, rather than sitting there and going, I'm going to put all of that on Ben Doak. It's not fair on the kid. He needs to be playing regular football so he can work on building up the stamina and the endurance to play 90 minutes, work on his final pass and his final delivery and his end product, and get regular game time. The kid is a star in the making. Let him go out on loan and not have to be second fiddle to Salah and be the guy that steps in if Salah gets, God forbid, Salah gets injured.
No, I hear you, but we have to work with what we have, though, bro. And we don't have a budget to allow us to go and get a Moussa Diaby.
We can't say that. We can't keep on using that as an excuse either, Drew.
No, it's not an excuse. It's just facts, bro. Like,
No,
let's be honest. If you look at our squad now, we already know we need a holding man and we need a centre back. Where would the money come from to go and buy a right winger as well on top of what we already need?
Drift, again, I'll say this. I'm an FSG out, but bro, we didn't think we'd splash 60 months of Bosley, and not one person in the world thought we'd bid 100 mil or 100 mil plus for anyone. We can't sit there and talk about the budget at the moment, bro, because we don't know.
No, but as it stands, that money's been spent. So what I'm saying is we don't have any more. I'm not putting FSG down when I say that. I'm saying if we spend 100 mil on Caicedo and all the money we have spent, like you said, where would like our budget ain't that long? Where would we get right winger money from after all this money we've already spent?
We don't know how much money we have or haven't got, bro. We can't put it down to budget right now. We actually can't. It's disingenuous to say that.
But I think the Caicedo thing is we've stretched ourselves for the Caicedo thing. I don't think this is an example that we've just.
No, that's not stretching, bro. That's showing intent.
No, but I think it is stretching. It is stretching the budget, though. Let's be honest. We know there ain't a whole load of money left after this Caicedo thing, bro.
There's more evidence to suggest that Klopp didn't want a right winger to necessarily come in and challenge Salah right now. There's more evidence of that than saying it's a budget thing.
Possibly. I mean, I agree with his decision to have Doak as the backup because I think Doak's good enough.
And I disagree, but I'm not saying you're wrong and I'm right. I'm just saying that's my opinion. But we can't sit here and say it's down to budget. But Elise, for example, 25 mil. We can't afford 25 mil for Elise.
That's how little Elise is going for. Only 25 million.
Elise's release clause is something like 25 mil. So we can't sit there and say it's the budget, bro. Like we don't know the budget.
All over that. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying what I'm saying.
If we didn't bid for Caicedo, I'd be on your side pretty much here. But brother, I've just seen my club actively go and bid 100+ mil for someone. Like,
but Cal, you know that we've stretched ourselves to do that. That wasn't proving that there's always been money. We just thought, fuck it, we have to do it. We're in a situation.
Money, but it's also disingenuous to say that Klopp said, "I'm not getting a right winger to challenge Salah because of budget." Like.
No, that's not what I said. I said after Caicedo, where would money come from to go and buy someone like Diaby, who's a 40-50 million pound player? I don't think that you can. I think it would actually be unfair of us as a club, as fans, to even expect Liverpool to spend over 200 million and then still go, I'll go and get Diaby on top of that, because like then we're asking a bit too much.
Right,
because we know that we can't stretch like that.
Let's say Elise.
I didn't know Elise was only 25 million.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm actually gonna get really peed off with certain people who come. I'm gonna leave it because apparently I'm just Klopp out.
If Elise is
just know some of you in the comments, I'm gonna start really tearing into some of you lot. So if you lot are willing to dish it out, make sure you're willing to take it. And that's not just for me. I see some of you lot saying certain things about Drifty and Matt as well. This season, I'm gonna be so straight with you. This nice Callum, it's not going to stick around for much longer if you keep on pissing me off. Just being very blunt with you. Some of you are so tough behind a keyboard, can't even show your face on camera, can't even show yourself in a profile pitch. You keep on talking, and you keep on carrying on. Keep on carrying on.
Jamrock, I just said, yeah, I think he does think Ben Doak is good enough. I do. I genuinely do. But again, I would be very, very shocked if Elise's thing's only 20 mil. Surely someone would have snapped him up by now if his release clause is only 20 mil, bro, 25 mil. Like, that's a no-brainer.
Leo, like, you're a big culprit, Leo. Would love to see your face, Leo. Bet you're a tough guy. Little weasel.
On that note, let's get through some of these supers.
Carry on, people. You carry on.
Donovan, moaning about another club and their player is not the one. Imagine we were moaning about Brighton. Kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Let's get our house in order. No, Donovan, it's not embarrassing to moan about another player. We're talking about the fact that Brighton made an agreement with us and now they're breaking their agreement. We're just talking about something that's factually happened that's out of order. It's not embarrassing. What, should we just let Brighton get away with it, or should we not bring it up?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not this Leo. It's not this Leo. It's not that Leo.
Jamrock, Chelsea trying.
This is the bitch I'm talking about.
Chelsea trying to use the media to bluff us to drop the bid. Was it you saying that, Cal, that you think that what Chelsea are trying to do is
they need us to walk, they need us to walk away from the deal. They need us to.
Yeah. And without that, you think they've just got absolutely no leg to stand on, basically.
Drift, if they could afford to get him, they would have bid by now.
Yeah, I said that to Matt. I did say this is Chelsea. They don't froth about with this stuff, so I kind of agree.
When the whole Mudryk thing was happening with them at Arsenal, that got sorted very quickly.
Yeah, it did for real.
Facts.
It did. Caicedo helps Chelsea to top 10 only. PS, can't trust fabricating Romano no more. I have seen a lot of people saying they think Romano's in Chelsea's pocket. I think that might just be a bit like because we're not hearing what we want to hear. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but
I'm not saying nothing.
How many times have I spoken about this?
I'm not saying a word.
I disagreed with Caicedo.
I spoke about Fabrizio from time ago.
What, do you think that Chelsea have been kind of feeding him the information?
I'm saying he's not as credible as people make out.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it is. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's creditable, but however, I do think, and again, I don't want to. I might be sabotaging the whole thing, but he.
I'll tell you what it's like, Matt. And again, I say this with no disrespect. Say, for example, I'm going to use Jamie. Jamie's a good person to use. Jamie's on, I think, something like 5K or something like that at the moment, right? It's the equivalent of Jamie putting out something on his channel and then us using what he's put out on our channel and saying that we did it first. People are going to think we did it first because we've got a bigger platform. But effectively, we're not the first to do it.
Yeah, here's the thing, though.
He gets a lot wrong.
No, he does, but he gets a lot of things right. It's not even that, though. I just think personally, and I could be wrong. So, you know what I'm saying? Man could be going toe-to-toe for Fabrizio right now. All I'm saying is this. I respect the work that he does. I think it's sensational. However, I will say this. For one man to cover every transfer in the world and to get it always right, you must be God. And as far as I'm aware, his name ain't God or Jesus.
No, very true.
His name is Fabrizio Romano, and he's a normal human being. And credit to where credit is due. He does his thing. However, I'm also going to say this. And he can say I'm wrong. There are times when I do feel like you have a better relationship with certain clubs. So therefore, we know how this game works. Because I find it kind of wild. This is the first time I've ever seen my man do the whole willing to walk away. And soon as he says that, every Liverpool journalist is like, we ain't going nowhere. Liverpool sent a brief to those journalists. Big up the Liverpool journalists, yeah?
Gakpo
Let me give them their credit. They were saying...
Man United, the next day we signed him.
Yeah, so, fam.
He doesn't know anything about Liverpool.
That's what I'm going to say, innit?
No, but what I mean is, when people are saying they think he works for Chelsea, is it just because they're not hearing what they want to hear?
No, it doesn't work for Chelsea. However, one thing I will say, though, is that
favorable.
obviously it can be favorable, though. Come on, it can be. What a certain man is saying, say what you need to say, innit? That's what I'm alleging, innit?
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Certain man would just call man and be like, yo, put pressure on them, man. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely, the one thing I will disagree with on this, though, I think Caicedo goes to Chelsea, and I think Chelsea are going to be a very, very good team this season. I think people are sleeping on Chelsea. We just watched how well they played, and they're not even gelled yet. I think people are extremely sleeping on Chelsea, but that's just my opinion.
So, in my opinion, I think Chelsea will get Caicedo, and I think we'll get Lavia in the end. That's what I think will happen in the end. So,
I hope it's the other way around, but we'll see.
I know.
So if we get Caicedo, are we going to be a great team?
In my opinion, yeah, especially if we get a centre back.
If we get Caicedo, I think we challenge for the league.
Oh, yeah. But I just don't think
we win it. I don't think we win it. I'll be clear on that. I don't think we win it. I think we'll still be a little short. But I think we definitely challenge.
Yeah, we'll challenge.
Yeah.
I just don't think we're getting him, though. I don't think we're getting him. But you're right. If we get him, we challenge. We challenge, bro. But I just don't think we're going to get him in it. That's what I think. I think we're going to get Lavia, personally.
H says, now Cal just said that Caicedo to Chelsea is done, mate. Silver Spring, Klopp was told that Pochettino wants more players. His response, that's what each Chelsea manager wants and usually gets it. He wants players. Is that actually like a quote? Yeah, they actually asked Klopp, and that was actually what Klopp said.
I don't even know.
Fair enough. Mario says, Sky asked Poch, and he was looking in the stands and smiled. We can't read into any of this stuff, really, can we? Like, anything can be made to be
They're getting Caicedo, bro. They're getting Caicedo, bro. Trust me.
Right, well, I don't know. Omar, they said unveil both at the
Stadium, I think that is.
Oh, and it's something fishy. Oh, at the bridge. Is that a bridge? Yeah. Yeah, unveil something at the bridge. Something's fishy. Yeah, definitely whatever's going on is just weird. Big up Alan for becoming a member. Big up yourself, bro. Big up Aldrin, who's been a member for 32 months. Big up, man. J-Dub coming in and saying, I'm Top Gun. I hope so. I really do hope so, because we need to make sure we get some of this stuff sorted out. 40-year-old Virgil, we should only retract our bid after we get Lavia. No, we should just get Lavia and then still get Caicedo. That's what we should do.
Now, actually, boys, a real quick question. Just simple yes or no. Let's say Chelsea going with 115. Do we go up and do we outbid them?
Only if Caicedo says he wants to join Liverpool. If not, there's no point, bro.
Yeah, if we know that there's nothing, it isn't about the individual now, and it's just about the bid, then yes, I would say match the 15.
Yeah. If he says, if you don't match the bid and you give a bit more wages or something, and basically give encouragement, then I'll say, JW, you're here for a reason. Go and do that. But if he's like, I still want Chelsea, don't do it just to annoy them. That's pointless, because the player will end up going where he wants to go. Because we've already said, it doesn't matter how great the player is. If you don't want to play for Liverpool, don't sign him. But there's a reason why we kept the bid in. Because like you alluded to, Cal, it's more about, it's almost like Caicedo's doing the thing of who wants me more. So yeah.
Omar, centre back DM and right back as Klopp tactics tweak. 100% we cook. I agree with that.
So,
Ty, not giving them credit. Caicedo was desperation. We would not have done it if either Hendo or Fab stayed. Should have got Basuma for 30 mil at the time. I mean, I 100% agree on the Basuma thing. But with the Hendo and Fab thing, I think that money has been what's allowed us to do it. I think it's very disingenuous, because we do hate the way they carry on, to always try to not see anything that is kind of like a logical or an obvious thing. We've got the money for Caicedo because we got 55 million for Hendo and Flacco. I think that's clear and obvious for most people who are looking at it, generally speaking. So they are the reason why we could go for him. So I think it is a bit, I mean, there should be money already. I agree with that part. But I think it's obvious that the reason we've got Caicedo money is because of that. If that, am I making sense with what I'm saying?
If we kept Hendo and Fabinho, we would never have gone in for Caicedo.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have needed to personnel-wise, as in the numbers in the squad.
And
so
Klopp,
yeah,
Klopp didn't want Basuma either.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't. That was a no-brainer there. I don't know. That was a bit, unless he actually just wanted Tottenham. I don't know. Big up Dwight. I don't know if that's an accident, but big up Big Six Pants in the building as always.
Big up.
Smash that like button, as Mont said.
Big up, bro, Mont.
Alan, been watching for a while, fellas. Had to sign up after today's show. Gonna be a journey this season. Appreciate that, Alan, man. Big up yourself, bro.
Trust me.
We actually got some member stuff that just dropped this weekend as well, bro. So I hope you enjoy, man. With plenty more member stuff to come. Ryan, Salah behaving like that would make Doak feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could look at it like that. I guess.
Yeah, 100.
Because the young players might feel like, oh, do you know what? I've upset Salah, and then make him feel like weird around the place. Maybe, yeah, that could work. Teke Fabrizio said Gakpo was going to United in January. Fair dues. Jamrock, I want to see Cal choose violence. Take off the break. Stop instigating, thingy, man. Jamrock. Jay says Fab is an influencer, not a journalist. Fabrizio, he means, isn't it? Hey, someone said Fabrizio Romano. That's a joke. Oh no, fraud Itzio Romano. That's jokes. Teke, Fabrizio, a Chelsea fan, got pictures of him in the kit. Raw. All right, I'm gonna stop listening to him then.
Was that him today?
Today,
is that actually today? Yeah,
today. Today.
Vince's viewpoint. Hi, gents. Big up, bro. Bun Anthony Taylor. Good night. Short and sweet. Yeah. Bun him. He was shocking.
Bun that
today.
guy, bro.
Chokey says transfer record and drama can ruin Caicedo, though. Yeah, I've been thinking about this as well, you lot. Regardless of where he goes, even if he goes to Chelsea, is there a worry all of this might be like too much pressure for the player himself? Like, you know, when the saga kicks off, you've got to go in there and you've got to perform now. Because the man have been making this much fuss about you, yeah? You are under mad pressure. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no room for nothing. Like, I don't know. That could be the key. That could be true for real. Mario, would you blow the whole budget on Caicedo? I will. At this point, yes, because of how good I think the player is. But I do think a centre-back is extremely important, especially after seeing Robbo's performance today. But to just get him in the door, yeah. Because we can worry about the Inacios of this world afterwards. But a player like Caicedo's a one-in-a-lifetime chance to get him. Otherwise, that's it. Just like when Kante went to Chelsea. And, you know, there's certain players, if you don't get them at that time, that's it. There's no chance. Just like when Chelsea, say when Man City got De Bruyne, for example. If you didn't get him before, that was it. That was your chance gone. Boom, he's at City now, and that's it. Boom, City legend. Like, Caicedo, I think, can kind of maybe be looked at. He could go into that bracket. Like, if you don't get him now, you've missed your chance, innit? Omar, why haven't we triggered Inacio's release? Is Inacio got a release? I don't think he's got a release clause.
I'm saying this for months.
Apparently he does. Remember, we do
does
one
he
deal
for
at a
real?
time. Yeah, he does, apparently.
I didn't know we had a release clause.
We would only do that if we got...
How much is Inacio's release clause?
I think it's 45 million, I believe.
Pound or euro?
Pounds? Or was it euros? I'm trying to remember. I just saw 45 when I read the report.
Okay. Anthony says, Drift, if we get Caicedo, is the bet still on for 2? Bro, I can't even remember what bet we made. What bet did we make?
I don't even know, bro.
I don't even... And you'll have to refresh my memory, bro. I don't remember. Oh, the Jay said, Joker Drift, we will score. We will see more. Hey, do you know what, Jay? I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the bet was, bro. What was the bet?
Yeah, apparently some bet you lot made or something.
I thought, yeah, and you know, Andy, refresh my memory, bro. I don't remember what the bet was. It'd have to be a super chat as well, Andy. Like, I don't remember what the bet was, bro. Just remind me, bro. Mario. Oh, okay, Cal. I'll save it in case Cal comes back. Well, football. Fabrizio is a Watford fan, not a Chelsea fan. Okay, I don't know anything about any of these, man.
I have no idea.
Have I missed anything else? No, I don't think I did. Not trade transfer. Oh, hold on. And he's come back. 2 midfielders before August. Oh, yes, I do remember. Yeah, I said we won't buy 2 midfielders. I bet you £10 we won't buy 2 midfielders before the transfer window closes. Yeah. We can still run that bet, Andy. I'm still good for that bet. Because if we get Caicedo, I don't think we'll buy anyone else if we get Caicedo.
Yeah, bro,
no
you're winning
chance.
that. We're not getting 2 midfielders.
No. You know what? I'll happily give Anthony.
We get one.
£10.
If we get
Lavia and Kone, I'll happily give Anthony the £10. So yeah, I'm still on the bet, bro. Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still good for that bet. Mario says, Cal, bun the haters and look at what you've achieved. A little bit of positivity.
I just don't like people taking the mick and think they can just act a certain way because they're sitting behind a keyboard. Like, I'm gonna start calling people out. Like, it is what it is. If you want to act up and say certain things, then be willing to take it. What, you think me, Matt, and Drift might just sit up here and just get disrespected for what? Banter? Oh, you can go suck out, man. Not this season, but the wrong one. Been too nice to too many people, man. I'm not gonna start being nice to people who are dickheads. I'm gonna match energy.
I don't even know what was even said.
Like,
I must have
the amount of people I speak to are cool, and everyone who speaks to me offline will know I'm very easy to get hold of. I will speak to people with respect. If you start being disrespectful, I'm going to match and I'm going to take it to another level from now on. That's the only way you are going to learn, innit?
big up. You know what? I actually didn't get the guy's name. Oh, I should have. That's on my bad. I bumped into someone today when I was having some car troubles and we're chopping up, and he's a Kop-Ish viewer. And that's what I'm like. His level of respect and the conversation we had was just beautiful. Like that is what it's supposed to be. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, people just come on, man. Like the disrespect it's just not the one. It's just not the one, man. It's all about having respect, being cool.
All good. Disagreements are all good.
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to give someone like energy. But what happened? Have I missed something?
They're just running his mouth. There's a couple of people just running their mouths, and I'm just
just being disrespectful instead of disagreeing. They're being disrespectful, basically.
Yeah. So I'll address it, and if you don't like addressing it, then don't watch. Then, innit?
Oh, 100%.
So simple.
I've got energy for that. 100%. I've always said this. If you want to disagree with anybody on a panel, that's absolutely fine. But disrespect, we won't take that lightly. It's that simple.
I never go out my way to disrespect
That is that
people.
simple.
So you think I'm gonna have someone just do it to us? You're mad.
It's that simple.
This is the perfect way to say it. Keep it football.
100%.
Keep it football. 100%.
I'm not even saying that, Drift, because I see people in the comments saying like Cal looks this sassy. That for me is all jokes and banter. I'm all good for that stuff. But when you start taking it to another level, no, like be willing to take what you dish out. Like simple. Be willing to take what you dish out. If you're not willing to take it, don't do it.
Ty says, calling them out, give them the attention they want.
It also shuts them up because the people I've called out have conveniently left as well.
And on that note, let's end on a positive, boy. You know, I did a little bit of research, Cal. I know you're probably not even in the mood for this now, but like I just noticed my tab before I close. So Laporte, yeah.
On this Laporte thing, he plays for City, bro.
No, because let me run my agenda, please, Matt. Let me
put my shades on.
2021, Cal, he missed exactly 10 games with just a knock and a strain, and he had corona. He didn't get injured at all in 21-22.
Did you say he missed 21 games in 2021 season?
No. In the 2021 season, he missed 10 games, which was only a knock, and he had corona. And he didn't get injured at all in 2021. And in 22-23, he had knee surgery, which made him miss 11 games. And then he was ill and he missed 1 game. So he only missed 12 games last season. Bro, his injury record isn't actually that bad, you know.
Why do you think Pep weren't playing him?
Because I don't know. Why
his body's breaking down, bro.
But I mean, his injury record is not that bad in the last 3 seasons, though.
Knee surgery in a Liverpool Klopp team, Drifty. How old is he now?
Age-wise, he is 29.
Okie doke.
Just turned 29.
I've got some quotes from Pep.
So what, wouldn't you take him for a season or two, Cal, if Man City would do business with us now?
Drifty is not hearing what I'm saying at all.
I've got some quotes from Pep regarding Laporte.
We cannot replace him. We cannot.
I don't believe City would do business with us, so I know this is all.
Same thing he said about Aguero, and he went and got Haaland. We cannot replace him. We cannot.
But I just wanted to ask Cal the question based on now seeing what the record's like. If Man City went, you know what, he can go wherever. We won't stand in his way. Would you not take Laporte at this point, bro, to be a left-sided centre back for Liverpool? Like, remember, because he'd be in our squad rotation, Cal. He wouldn't be our first team player, but he'd be a brilliant addition to our centre back. I'm sorry, I would take him. I would take Laporte.
So would a lot of centre. Bro, why would you? Bro, all jokes aside, why do you think Laporte's gonna sign for Liverpool?
No, I don't. No, this is based on a conversation me and Cal was having earlier.
Okay. You're just basically saying if Laporte, okay, well, you're doing hypothetically. If he was available, you would take him. No, bro.
Remember, like how we were talking about Kyle Walker a couple months ago. So hypothetically, if Man City would deal with us, would you take the player? Okay. Yeah, do you remember? Like, I would take Laporte. If they would hypothetically deal with us,
absolute yes.
I'd rather take Ake. I'd rather take Ake, but Laporte is serious.
Oh yeah, of course, because Ake's
Ake younger, like 2-3 years younger, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Ake's just a better player at the moment as well. So
This is
like,
what I'm saying. So it should be Ake there, not Laporte. But I get the thinking behind it. Let's say centre back.
Because Laporte's the one who's more surplus to requirements, Matt.
Yeah,
they want
yeah,
Ake.
yeah.
Ake's part of their
I know,
plans,
I
like,
know.
without a doubt. So yeah.
I would
yeah.
say no to it, Drift, only because of the injuries.
But
The way how we play,
bro.
it's a lot of
And
one-on-one
and us-
defending.
and our style of play.
Bro, we love to. Do you know what it is? You know when Klopp says we play brave
It'd be
football,
better than
it's also-
Matip, boys, right?
Well,
Yeah.
wait. If Matip plays, we don't play the inverted system.
No, but he's talking about one-on-one defending, though, bro. That's
Yeah,
how
like,
we play. Remember when Klopp says we play brave football?
I'm not
That
being
is
funny.
suicidal.
I'm
at
talking
times,
about
but-
this version of Matip, Cal. This version of Matip.
No, with all due respect, if
Yeah.
we're just towards the end of last season, one-on-one defending, Matip's all right. It's the mobility and the other stuff that's a worry.
Bro. Did you see Matip in pre-season?
But hold on, this is what I'm saying. I can't
No,
win.
bro,
When I
bro,
talk about
bro,
pre-season,
bro.
I get told it's just pre-season.
No,
But
but
now it's
you
getting
know,
brought,
man.
Like
Save a
if
straight face. Do you
if
try?
we're getting a centre back, it has to be someone a
Let
bit
me
younger.
let
and
me
more
ask you
mobile.
this quick question before we go. If Matip is as good as you're saying, then we shouldn't need another centre back.
No,
But we
I
do.
didn't. No, don't twist my words, man. I know what you're doing.
What are you saying?
I said in 1v1 defending Matip's good, but then I went on to say his mobility is a madness.
But that's just one aspect of the game.
That's
One
what I said.
aspect, mobility.
But I've been saying I want a centre back and a right back.
So is Matip good enough? Yes or no?
What, to be a starter?
Is he good enough for Liverpool?
No.
All right. That's what I'm
I've
saying.
been saying it's the longest. I've
No,
been
but that's what I'm
how much I want-
saying.
But in an ideal world, I'd have got a centre back and a right back who can play centre back.
But that's what I'm
saying
just
from the
saying.
beginning of
But that's what I'm
window.
just saying. If say Matip left, he's saying he will bring in Laporte. Yeah, Laporte.
Like let's say that the scenario was for 25 mil, City were willing to let Laporte go, and we got 12 million from Matip from somewhere, and we're like, oh, we just got to put another 30 mil on top and get Laporte.
I'd rather
Boom.
Ake. I'll be honest. I'm going Ake.
Oh, yeah, Ake's a don at the moment though, so obviously, like that's obvious.
Laporte. You know it is about Laporte. Bro, in this Liverpool system where it's built, because that's what I said to Cal, but Cal's saying mobility, but because the way how we play is a lot of one-on-one isolation.
But
I'm gonna be
Laporte
honest.
isn't rubbish at that though.
No, but he's not used to that at Man City though, bro.
We'll get him used to it.
I don't know if he's ready.
H says, allow Laporte F around and City will go and get Marquinhos.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they can't have room for another like borderline world-class player in their defense, surely. Andy says, do we have centre backs you are comfortable with in a back three? Yes and no. I think Matip in a back three would be better than a back four at the moment because he'll have a bit more like protection around him. Do you get what I mean?
It'd have to be the centre as well. But like the two best centre backs will go into the back three. That's Virgil and Ibra. That goes about saying, everyone knows that. I'd even arguably say Joey G might be better than Matip in it. I think
in a back three.
Yeah, I think Joey G may be playing the left-sided role. I actually think he might be all right. Might. It's a tough one. I don't know, but he might be all right. I don't know.
Joey G left centre back. Is that what we just?
Better than no, because the question was asked like who do we have that would be able to play in the back three, and I said out of all of them, I think Matip's probably the worst. Maybe
Matip if we're playing him as a centre back.
That's what I said. But then I was like, but then we've got to be.
So who would be the left-sided centre back out of the ones that we have?
Yeah, you got to be
Virgil.
realistic.
No, but that's what
we've
Andy's
gotta be
saying. He
realistic.
said
We
if we had
can't do
to
it.
play a back three tomorrow, so you take Robbo and Tsimikas out, and you're just using our four centre backs. Which ones would you play, Cal?
I'm going Virgil, Ibra, and Gomez right in that three.
It's gonna have to be, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. By default, innit? It's by default as well.
H says Kopish is on banter more than anyone. Disrespect cannot be tolerated, fam. People are too comfortable. 100% H. 100%. Big up Pimp. You know what? I need to have a conversation with Pimp because this guy is too legendary. Pimp says, I'm with you, Drift. Brighton deadline was shameful, with shameful caveat. If Liverpool win, Chelsea allowed them to take time to kick the back door in. Hold on, am I reading this right? If Liverpool win, Chelsea allowed to take time to kick the back door in. What the hell are Brighton thinking after Chelsea stole their manager and their staff? Shake my head. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, it's a madness. And Pim also says, hey, chat, show some respect. I've looked into the whites of Cal's eyes, and the only thing that scares me more is Caicedo. If you know, you know. And H says, I'd rather skydive without a parachute than Joey at centre back. H, man.
No, that is actually crazy.
H, man.
Allow it. You know, Joey G watches the channel, I think, as well. Allow it, man. Allow it, bro.
I wish nothing bad on Joe. I actually wish Joey all the best in the world. I'm Liverpool in it. Like, he's not what we need.
I haven't given up on Joey, but
you have, Drift. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, don't start this, bro. We know what he did.
Hold on.
I'm putting my shades on.
You haven't given up on Joey.
No, I remember I told you I think keeping Joey as right back is like I don't want him sold. I haven't given up on him. There's still a place for Joey in this team. There's still a place.
You've given up on Joey. You've said it.
Did I not publicly say? Everybody can back me on this. I publicly said Joey at right back is completely fine with me. Trent starter, Joey backup. I said I am totally fine with that. People in the chat back me on this. I am not saying anything I haven't said. And Matt,
are you
I know
cool
you've
with
heard me say that.
No. So what?
Please,
so what you saying?
please,
You're cool. You're cool.
Joey as backup cover to Trent is totally fine with me. I don't think we need to buy a right back. I think we need to buy a centre back, maybe a left back after today's performance, and get midfielders because I think Trent should stay at right back. I've said this consistently throughout the whole summer. I'm not changing what I said. I'm not. Cal's just trying to throw me under the bus.
No, but I've heard you say Joey's not it anymore. No, I have. No. Where's Jamal when you need him?
Look. The people look. Yep, he did say it.
I've heard you say.
Yes, you have. Look, the people. No, thank you, people.
No, I'm reading. Let the people finish, blood. Drifty said he was a munch. Drifty's a funny guy. Drifty,
you know that's trolling.
That's a lie,
That's trolling. Come on, bro.
Bob, I'm just reading the comments, blood.
Yeah, the people know. But anyway,
Drifty, you definitely wanted a right back.
Any
Marquez says Drifty backs Gomez 100%. Nah, after that Madrid game, he said he.
Oh, I did blame him for the Madrid game. I blamed him. For
Remember
the
last
game.
season when Joey G was talking against Brighton? I called it. The Ice Spice team got mad.
You honestly wouldn't want us to buy a right back, Drift?
I don't think we need one. I don't think Trent and Joey can do right back. As long as we fix all the other areas of the field, I don't think right back is a problem.
Hold on, you don't think we need a right back? You actually trust Joey there?
If we get a centre back to replace Matip, if we get a left back to replace Robbo, and we get a proper DM like Caicedo, I don't think right back's a problem. I genuinely don't. Am I saying that there isn't a right back out there that is better than Joey?
Would you take Pavard? Yeah. Remember when I said would you take Pavard? Because I know he's going either way.
I would take Pavard, but you know the main reason I would take Pavard and why I think Pavard is a good idea. I'll save this one before I read it out. I personally believe once the player's at the club, he kind of will do what he's asked if it's
me and Mark got beef again, you know.
Okay.
We got beef again, but it's cool.
Really got you though, Matt. Still,
it's cool. No, you ain't got nothing. Is that am I Jurgen Klopp? I don't sign the papers, bro. What's man talking about?
I remember
me and Mark got beef for life. I swear down, you know.
So let me finish this before I forget. So I hear where Cal's coming from. Where Cal says, "Lauba and Pavard, you don't want to play right back." I get that. he's actually been frustrated at Bayern Munich. One of the reasons he wants to leave apparently is because they keep making him play right back. I get that. But when a player's in the door, what I will say is, if spoken to properly, if the system is understood, there can be exceptions where a player can be, especially a player who's done a very good job at right back in his career. So I think Pavard will still be an option at right back if need be. He's not going to come to Liverpool and then just throw his toys at the pram and not play right back if he's asked to. But because he will be on the right side of centre back, if he is playing centre back, I actually think he'd also do a pretty good job of doing what Ibu does based on players who are available right now. I think for that reason, I would go and get Pavard. I think he can cover right back if necessary. And I also think that he's a much better cover than Matip for the right side of centre back if we're doing the inverted system. And that for that reason, that's why I would go and get Pavard. So
I don't think he's athletic enough to do what Ibu does.
No, he's not, but he's way more athletic than Matip at this stage.
But he's good enough. Yeah.
No, but it's my point. Unless it's Ibu playing, don't do inverted.
Well, all right. Let's just say that if Ibu was injured, I'll probably rather Pavard at centre back right now than this version of Matip I'm seeing, even just in a flat back four, Cal.
That's
so based on his versatility that he can play right back as well.
Did you see him play last night?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
No, but he looks like a player who just don't care about Bayern Munich anymore.
He looks like a player that got ripped to shreds last night.
Pavard.
Yes, bro.
He don't want to be. No, actually, he actually wants to leave.
There,
he don't want to be there, bro.
Yeah,
he don't want to be there.
Pride though. There's still professional pride, especially as a defender.
Of course. But look, Carvalho won his first. Do you know what? Yeah, big up Marquez trying to play it out there. Listen, I would stand on this hill, bro. Carvalho is a talent, you know. I think he's a talent personally.
No, he is.
I think he will thrive personally. He just
hold on. Max Aaron's gone to Bournemouth. For how much?
I can't remember if I saw a fee, so I don't know if it's a loan, but yeah, I'm sure I saw.
I don't even want to do the whole because there's another.
I don't think Max Aaron's is good enough for Liverpool,
and I was like, okay,
he's a better right back than Joe Gomez.
Is he?
My talent ID
Are
spot
you
on.
Joking, Drift?
Soberslide.
Would he not still be at Newcastle?
7 mil.
Who? Max Aaron's?
I'm done, bro. Yeah, I'm done. What else we got left to talk about, you man? What else?
No, but do you honestly think that Newcastle would have let him go if he was actually good, Cal?
Max Aaron's wasn't at Newcastle.
Yeah, he was.
But Max Aaron's was at Norwich.
Hold on, am I getting my players mixed up?
This is so racist from you, Drifty. I expected better, bro.
Hold on. Didn't Max Aaron's go to Newcastle? Hold on. Who am I thinking of? People, who am I thinking of? Who went Newcastle then?
Jamal Lewis.
Yes. Sorry, my bad.
Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
Jamal
So
Lewis.
I'm thinking of Lewis. Yeah, my bad.
Every light-skinned brother looks the same, yeah, Drift. That's what you say. Is this Max Aaron's as well, Drift, yeah? Is this Max Aaron's as well? Uncle Drift thinks of Max Aaron's as well.
My days.
Max Aaron's,
Yes, little man.
Jamal
Lewis. My bad.
He's
7 mil for Max Aaron's, and he's homegrown, and we.
No, but something ain't right there with him though, because he was linked to Bayern Munich.
Why was he still at Norwich then? If he was as good,
that's what I'm saying. He was linked to Bayern Munich at one point. Something ain't right there.
No,
something ain't right.
Yeah, my fellow.
But no, there's a few things that a lot of people have got things wrong. A lot of people
got the ball, bro. You dropped the ball and then kicked it in someone's face.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Last it in the face, you know.
Yeah, I dropped the boo-boo there. My bad. Let's get there. On another note, H says, I actually love Joey, but him at centre back is plonker behaviour.
Massive plonker behaviour. I love plonker for a minute.
Yeah, I haven't heard plonker for ages.
Yeah, it was there.
Dilios, yes, lads, 2 signings and is all we need. So frustrating. Yeah, I think it's a centre back and a holding man. Ideally, 2 midfielders would be perfect, but I don't see that happening. Matt's right back CV is sketchy. Flanagan and
Flanagan?
Yeah.
When did I ever champion Flanagan? People just be making stuff up, you know. Calvin Ramsey, yeah. I never championed Flanagan.
I still think Ramsey's going to become a brilliant player, by the way. I do.
I think he will as well, but, you know.
Johnny, how did we get into this? We used to scare Europe. We really did. I remember those days.
No.
That was the good old days, man. Sultan, big up the man, big up yourself as always, bro. I watched the show during my gym sesh, and I'm home now, and you lot are still live. Love to you lot. Cal, bun the haters. Tough season ahead of us, in my opinion. Big up Sultan every time.
The chat is too much, you know.
Man said Hover's still your guy, man. You did champion Hover still.
No, I'll stick by that. And you champion Nico Williams. I hear that though.
Nico Williams is doing all right at Nottingham.
I hear it. Does he play for Liverpool though?
But he's still doing all right.
No, but does he play for Liverpool?
Nico Williams, don't throw
hold on. If you man really want to do this, you don't want the smoke. You know why? Remember when I was talking about captains and we said, who's going to be the next captain?
I knew it was coming.
One man said Trent Alexander-Arnold. The next man was trying to say,
here comes the deflection, bro.
No, big man.
Here's the thing. People in the comments.
Frank Lampard from now on, bro. Because
people in the comments are the ones who are talking, and then Matt's taking shots at us. I don't understand.
Who says Sven Botman? No. Wait. This
why are we catching strays, man?
Hold on. Who says Sven Botman? Who said Botman? Who says Soberslide before anybody? And Sven Botman. Hey, don't talk to me about talent ID. You know, are you crazy? Don't.
You did.
Botman, you know, and my man.
You also talked about this brother as well. Cool.
What? You want me to release the files about how you really feel about Gakpo online?
I've been open with it though. I've said it straight. Werner was another one, Matt.
You know, if you're gonna go there, I'm gonna have to be a snitch in it. I'm gonna be honest.
No, don't snitch.
I'm have to. How's he gonna bring up Werner, bro? How's he gonna bring up Werner?
Chat brought up Werner, not me, bro.
No, you brought up the comment. Oh, what? It was a little man.
Hey, Steve, like, little man thinks you lot are crazy.
Probably does.
Listen, the Naby thing, fair play in it, but obviously injuries play a part, though, innit? It's not. That's a hard one, isn't it? Because injuries, that was injuries.
Look away from the chat now, still, Matt. Look away from the chat, bro.
No, but they can say Werner though.
No, it's not Werner, bro. It's someone.
What? Who? Remember Buvac?
Lazar.
No, someone said Buvac, huh?
No, Lazar.
No, Lazar. They're talking about Markovic.
Bro, when did I ever champion? Bro, I swear the way people make things up is
both of you champion Artur as well. Still,
we never.
I didn't champion it. I just said I think he'll have a moment that will be memorable. I didn't champion
Artur.
No,
I said he'll have a memorable moment in the Liverpool kit. I did.
Championing a man, bro.
No, championing was like, yo, I'm gassed you, man. This boy's. I didn't say all that. I didn't go.
Like, Cal, weren't you champion Asaidi?
No, we didn't even know each other then.
No, you brought him up in the I'll never forget. You brought him up in the. You was like, oh, the way he got treated was bad. I remember.
It was bad how he got treated.
So you championed. That was your guy.
No, there's no, bro. That's not championing him.
That's not what you said in barbershop, fam.
What did I say in the barbershop?
I'm just saying.
What year did we sign Asaidi, Matt?
I can't remember. You told me. You got the best member of the show, innit? I'm just saying.
Hey, there's a lot of bus throwing going on right now, man. I think we should allow it.
Man said Benteke. I don't know who championed Benteke.
Hey, guys, one thing we have to do within ourselves here, guys, is we don't do the Man United thing. Let's not get toxic among us lot, yeah? Let's not start throwing each other under the bus.
No, but I just don't like that. It is. I just feel like Kyle took it a step. One man said Werner. I thought, okay, all right, that's what we're doing.
I just read out a comment that was in the chat.
That's what we're doing here. No, it's cool, innit? It's cool. Man want to say Timo Werner and that.
Big up Pimp says, see you soon, Robbie. Love Poppy. Big up, Robbie.
Oh, he meant Markovic. No, but I was going to say, yeah, Seb LFC. He said Buvac. I was like, what?
Matt, did you see Watkins cook?
I saw. No, he did. I saw that.
Him so bad, Botman nearly died live on air.
I saw that. That's one incident, though. That's one incident. We can't say he's not one of the best defenders in the Prem. We can't say that.
Dilia, did you guys see Klopp say top 4 is what we aim for? We'd never see Pep saying that. No, but didn't you say that in the quote you read out, Matt, that winning the league is what, man?
No,
said,
he
isn't
said
it?
no. So that's what Trent
winning the
said. No,
league.
Klopp said.
Oh,
no,
okay.
they
Trent.
asked him what's the minimal requirement, and Klopp said top 4's minimal. He goes, we have to at least get top 4. At
well,
least.
that is true. That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Big up Sultan. If we somehow do Chelsea by getting Lavia and Caicedo, OMG, I'm gonna cook these Chelsea with their one dead chant. I'm not even gonna sing the chant to jinx it, but that chant will be getting sang if we get Caicedo.
No, Chelsea fans have made up a Caicedo song. They actually have.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah. I can't remember the lyrics. But we know it ain't gonna stick. We know it ain't gonna stick. If they sign Caicedo in 5 weeks, the chant's gonna be Moises. We know it is. They ain't gonna remember the lyrics, bro.
Trust me, bro.
H said, I jumped off a building when Cal backed Ben Davies.
That's absolute lies. I was the last person. Positive. Go back and check the tapes.
I
seem to remember you saying something about him being left-footed, so there might be a chance.
Huh? Who?
I was just saying, you're the only left-footed on the panel, isn't it? You said he's left-footed. Give him a chance.
What? I didn't even know what he was even.
No.
This is what we're doing here. This is what we're doing here.
No. Just the rumors, bro.
Man said the rumors, Man said the streets.
Boy, all right. But that's anything you might want to say before we take the people out.
All jokes aside. We need. Sorry, Carl. Go on. You go.
I just pray to God we get Caicedo and a centre back, and we go and have a good season, man.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree with what Carl said. I think. All jokes aside, like, great show, everybody, by the way. Love for the love as well, people. But I just think it's the first game of the season. It's not going to be forever the way how we were playing that performance. We're going to get better. We're going to improve. So let's just hope that we actually sign some players and then we can actually kick on. You know what I'm saying?
Couple more just quickly coming. Dilios, FSG for life, quoted from Cal. And Sultan, Matt backed Mario Balotelli, apparently.
Bro, do you know what's so mad? Do you know what's so crazy? Some of these players, some of them, not all of them, some of them that people are bringing up, we weren't even doing Kop-Ish at this point. But people are just making things up, Mad tick.
Jay says, who backed Naby Keita?
Yeah, I did. I did. What? What? I did. That's my guy. What, he got injured? Bro, he was injury prone.
All right, I will throw myself under the bus. I backed Kabak when we first signed him.
I wasn't even going to say that, because I know you did.
I backed Kabak.
I know you did. Drift. I remember back, since we did. Drift, do you remember when you backed Ricky Lambert?
That's an absolute lie.
Are you sure, bro?
That's an absolute lie.
Are you sure?
That's 100% a lie.
Ricky!
That's 100% a lie. I don't know why you just tried to drag me into this.
You're just sitting there like, man, ain't said nothing.
That's 100%.
You backed Ricky Lambert, but it's calm though.
I didn't back Ricky Lambert at all.
I think you did, bro.
The only thing I've ever said about Ricky Lambert is when you score that many goals, you have to be given some form of respect. Because in his career, he scored a lot of goals. I didn't back him to be a Liverpool.
When we signed him, I said that was one of the worst moves we made, and you were like, "No, do you know what? Shout out to Ricky Lambert. If we get that guy, he's all right, I remember you saying it, but it's all right, though.
You can't even say it with a straight face, bro.
No. So still something in my eyes still, but no.
How convenient.
No. I'm saying Lambert was your guy, though.
Dilia says, quote from Matt, Naby Keita over Zidane. You've been moving reckless, man.
I'll be honest, we would have locked.
No, you would have shut down. I would have. Nah, come on. You think that's something I would ever say?
But we'd blacklist you from football content.
That's what I'm saying. No, Mark.
You know what? I'm seeing a lot of people that are grilling Ricky Lambert. For his level, do you not think Ricky Lambert was actually a decent striker?
I'm sorry. I have to do this. Big up Mark. That's always love, yeah? So Mark's trying to say the talent ID on Kopish is low. Mark, your talent ID was so good that in Fantasy Football League, you just fell out. You weren't even top 10. Where was you, bro?
I mean, I can't.
I'm not
say
talking
that.
about myself. I'm not talking about Cal. I'm talking about you, Mark. It's about
We're
you,
kind of
bro.
you kind of throwing it back. It's
Nah,
kind of
I'm just
making
saying,
it
innit?
bad
No.
on us.
And I swear Mark was a big advocate for who's the player that Mark was bigging up?
He's big like Lavia.
No.
I'll be honest. I think my talent ID is pretty decent.
I think mine is as well, but people only will remember the bad ones, innit?
I just don't get
Yeah,
it.
everybody gets things wrong.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know what's so crazy? When I was saying Botman from no one wanted to hear it. Oh, why are you gonna sign a guy from Lille? I was like, no, bro, the guy's serious. Trust me, bro. And then and I said Dom as well. Soboslai. I said, trust me, bro. Cal, am I lying to this day?
No,
2
you
years
said-
ago,
you
man
said
said
you're the
what
first
was I
one
saying
to
about
mention-
Soboslai, bro?
No, you were the
Bro.
first to mention it.
Man said the streets won't forget Danny Wilson. Who the hell said that, bro?
That weren't me. Oh, I knew someone was gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I was just about to take us out, but we have to respect the super chat. Sultan. Cal said Mbappe ain't top 10.
Raw, do you know what, Sultan? I didn't expect this from you, Sultan. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Dilios comes in and says, didn't Cal want Pedro Neto?
Hold on. Wait. Before the injuries, are we gonna sit here and say Pedro was a scrub?
No.
Ask Marquez, he's got the best talent ID still.
If I'm not mistaken,
before the injury, Pedro Neto was
said he's the best young winger in world football before he got injured.
Pedro Neto before the injury was a special talent.
Jamrock, please don't talk about talent ID, I beg. I can't even think of a name that Jamrock.
Let's go now because this is going to be
love,
a mad
Jamrock.
thing.
You know it's love, but bro,
this is gonna end up getting mad still.
Innit? Talent IDs are in question right now. Bare fraud.
Big up everyone. 1-1 draw. We didn't get the W, but at least we didn't get the L. And hold on. One's just come through. Sultan. Matt said he would take Ramos right now on a free. That's a big shout. Did you actually? That sounds like it could be true. Did you say you'd take Ramos?
But when did I say this?
I'm just asking, bruv. I'm just asking.
When did I? Have you ever heard me say these things? These This is why I need to get a lawyer. You know, these fabrications are crazy.
H says
Where's Jamal?
Neto gave birth and maternity leave, and Cal's still on it. Man. That's the best way to end it. Big up to everyone. Love as always. We'll be back tomorrow for the Monday night show. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, people.
Jamrock, stop deflecting as well.
Other side. Big up, man.
Jamrock.
Peace.
I love you, though.